Alfredo.
Gotta love it. We are live. CeleTake podcast, season 6, episode 8.
That's me and Mike right there.
We got a you tell us which one's which. We got a special edition today. No Eric, unfortunately, he's with his family. Shout out Eric. Still made the graphics because he's the GOAT.
Yay.
But to my right, obviously, we got Commissioner Parker Landis.
Yeah.
Everybody. And then to his right, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Corbin Dallas Hawkins.
If you saw his recent Instagram, Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah. Wearing the infamous stash 69 jersey for the Ghost Riders.
Hopefully you don't give him the curse.
No, hopefully not.
And then to my left, the man, the myth, Turkey's biggest fan, Andre Berg.
Banana
Let's
bird.
go, baby. Let's go, Andre Berg.
Banana bird.
You mind moving that light back that way, please? Just a little bit.
We will not pay you for this.
And then if you can tilt this phone a little bit this way. I'm cutting off Berg just a bit. That's perfect.
Stand up bird.
Yeah, just
Thank
take me
you,
out.
Dallas. Thank you, Dallas. Okay. We are here. We are live. We're going to recap all the fun drama that went down last week. We can pretty much skip the first game, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Who was the first game?
The first game, it was horrendous. It was a massacre.
Oh.
The biggest
Yeah.
loss point differential in Celly Nation history. We had the Gorillas 44, Familia 92. We had Tyreek leading the way for the Gorillas with 12 points, 9 rebounds. Kaz, 10 points, 2 assists, 15 rebounds. Ish, 10 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Dean with 9 points, 3 assists. And Boogie with 3 points, 3 assists, and a steal. On the other side, Lil Brisky, 35, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Ryan with 16 points, 8 assists, went 7 of 8 for the field. Shot Doc went 16 points, 4 for 8 from 3, 1 for 2 from the Bing Bong zone. Sway with 11 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. That's his low of the season. And Chief,
That's
6
probably his
points,
low of-
5 assists, 7
career.
rebounds.
Not
on the
career.
dogs. On
Not
the dogs,
career,
yeah.
but last 2 seasons at least.
Yes, for sure.
Because his Reaper season was nuts. But that just goes to show, just reading that stat line off, La Familia, you don't need Sway. Sway getting 20 plus points is awesome, great. But you can blow a team out by historic measures even if he gets 11. I didn't realize Yusuf had 35. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but a lot of it was like that garbage time. Not to take anything away from them. A lot of it was like
everyone
running
already
up the
tuned
score.
out. I
Yes.
think that's why. Everyone was already tuned
Yes.
out. This game was pretty much decided by halftime.
No, they were
Even before halftime,
they were in
man.
the game at halftime. They were only down by 8 at
Man.
halftime.
Okay.
And then things got out of hand about 2 minutes into the second half.
You only had 6 people, right? The Gorillas?
7.
Seven?
7. No
Well,
chef,
they were missing-
no lay. Yes.
They were missing their 2 best guys.
Yeah.
So, tough break.
Tough.
Shout out La Familia setting a record. Against.
There's no positives for the Gorillas. I know Zane said, the positive is they made the playoffs, but that was not your doing. That was the Ghost Riders losing, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But
Wait, so the Gorillas are still in the playoffs?
yeah, the Gorillas
made
are
it.
2-4.
That's crazy.
Yes.
4
Wow.
game skid though.
Yes. Yeah, 0 momentum going into it.
Yeah.
They've got to win this week. Obviously, we get into that later. What are you seeing from the Gorillas right now, Dallas?
This is Tyreek's 2nd or 3rd season?
4th.
4th season. Is this his best? Would you
I would say this is his best season.
So
He's playing very well, and I think,
His most prominent role.
and I also think that compared to last season, his mental is more checked in. Even when they're losing these games, I feel like he is giving effort. So
Yeah.
kudos to Ty.
No, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Ty. He was one of the only players that definitely did not give up.
Yeah. This just shows you that sometimes you can't, trade your best player. You just gotta kind of bite the bullet on that. I understand the whole Yusuf thing. The personality didn't really mix, but he got them the only 2 wins, right?
Yeah.
They were 2-0 at one point.
And then we just crumbled their season.
The Brisky effect.
After the Dogs win, it just
Way to
went
go,
to
guys.
hell. So,
I feel like also once they get Chef back, I think they're straight.
yeah. Well,
But what's straight? That's really the question.
They're gonna be in game. He's
But
gonna
you
work
have-
hard.
You have one chance.
Yeah.
They have one opportunity to beat La Familia. That's it. This next game doesn't matter. Chef's not going to be there. So they have one game with 0 chemistry. They've played a half with their full roster. one half of a game because Chef came late.
Yeah.
And you're expecting them to go into a playoff game against La Familia, who's been playing good team ball, and upset them. I think it's a very uphill battle.
Yeah, it could go either way. You know, because if Chef has a good game and, you know, Brisky, for any reason, has a bad game, which he has had in this season, it can go either way.
Yeah, but
I think if we're going to say if the Gorillas can beat them, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ty asserted himself, played well today, or on
Last
Sunday. This was a matchup where you are so much bigger. Cass and Ty, there's no other player on La Familia that can match them. Shot Doc, maybe. But physically, it's oh well, yes, I agree. He's a high IQ guy, so he'll cut some stuff up. Multiple times I saw Cass matched up with a far smaller player.
Yeah.
Far smaller player and not demanding that ball in that post. That's what we want to see from Cass. That's what the Gorillas want to see from Cass. You gotta kind of take over in a way. Don't be hesitant to be like, I am so much bigger. I'm the biggest guy on this court. I can catch alley-oop dunks off the fucking backboard. Let me post up real quick. You're 3 feet away from the basket. I don't want him to fall in love with the outside shot. I know he's a serviceable shooter, but he was taking some difficult shots out there, fading away far into the near the 3-point line, at the 3-point line. Got to take it in.
Yep.
I feel like
Gotta take it in.
for Cass, if he had Chef and Lay were there, I feel like him taking those outside shots are okay because it's will spread the floor more, take the other team's biggest dude out the paint so Chef can do his thing. But I definitely agree. But that also has to start with who's their point guard, Ish. Ish is
Their point guard that game was Ish,
Yeah.
so you are depleted of like that traditional kind of playmaking, table setting point guard.
And Ish has taken it upon himself to try to score more, which is great. But if they're gonna do that, like bully ball down low, Ish has got to sacrifice some shots that those lays that he tries to take to feed it in down low to the mismatch. Because there's a lot of times I saw in that game that Cass he's got them sealed out the way. All you gotta do is throw it up, get it laid up. But
100%.
it starts with the playmaking and the coaching at the end of the day, and the guys listening to their coaches. So also I saw like Ty and Cass were like playing this tip ball a lot, where like they got so many rebounds, but they're like not
Finishing.
Not finishing, and that's something they got to do. You got you got the tallest team in the league, so you just got to finish those. But yeah, they need to if they're going to win their next game, which is against the Ghost Riders, which will be hard because they're another good rebounding team. Then they're gonna have to the guards are gonna have to sacrifice a lot of their shots to let Cass work inside. Ty's gonna need to keep attacking and getting rebounds, and yeah, it's hard. Are they gonna have Chef next week or no?
no.
Damn.
They
Again?
might have Lay. They might have Lay.
Okay, that's something
He's
good.
that
And
traditional
to
table setting
piggyback
guard.
of that, as a captain, Zane needs to set up a defense. There is no way 3-4 possessions back to back you have Omar guarding Yusuf. It's like having me on
Lock him up,
Braylon.
Omar!
Set up a zone. It's an easy 2-3 zone where you can set it up and force him to the middle. You guys have 3 big men to cover the floor. Simple shit like that, but
All right, well, on the other side, La Familia. What do they do well? What can they bring into their final week? Battle of the Twins. We'll get into that later. But great game for them. Momentum building for them. I believe everybody on their roster scored. That's always a good sign when all of your guys are getting buckets. So, Berg, we'll go back to you. What are you seeing from Familia? What do you like that you saw?
they're a strong team for sure. Dynamic duo with Yusuf and Sway. Gonna be hard to guard both of them, on the top. So we got to see. We got to see if Yusuf can stay composed in the playoffs, because this is the time where he, likes to go a little schizo on the court. So we'll see how it works out for them. But I think it's going to be a good matchup for them if they end up playing the Gorillas in these playoffs.
Well, they're going to, right?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah.
That's like the first
it's
round.
locked in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
locked
first
in.
round.
Our conference is more. It's either the Reapers or the Panthers will play the Mambas. That's not solidified yet.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll get into that as well.
That's going to be a fucking exciting
You guys
playoffs.
want to weigh in it all on
Lay in.
Familia?
Yeah.
Lay in.
Lay. I think they came out. They had a plan. They knew the Gorillas were down their 2 ball handlers, so you saw them press
You
early.
saw the season 5 press.
Yeah, the season 5 press early often. It worked. Pat, I think, had like 6 steals. He had so many fucking steals.
Career high steal for him.
Shout out Pat.
How many steals did he have?
I think he had 6.
5 or 6, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
God
he
damn
was-
it.
So they're trying to advance the ball past half court, so they're just taking heaves at some point, and then Pat's athletic enough
For his size.
For his
Yeah.
size to get across. He has a good wingspan. Shout out Pat. We love you, Pat. No, they played. Yeah, he did.
He
He
was
really did.
so drunk the night before.
Really?
He FaceTimed me at
He
like
was fucking
11:45 for 20 minutes speaking
Damn.
gibberish.
Shout out Pat.
And he still played well.
Pat's the warrior. Pat has that X gene.
So are we including Pat to this most improved player conversation?
He's definitely in that conversation.
He's in there. Yeah, he's absolutely
Definitely
in
getting
there.
into that
I
conversation.
think he's played really well. I think he's played he played a great role on the Gorillas when he was there, and he's played an even better
Yeah.
role on La Familia. I think that 6-man role kind of fits him best. His skill set. He's a stretch big. He knows how to play as a big guy too. He played it in high school. No, I think La Familia came out. Executed what they wanted to execute, got into a lead early, and then expanded on that lead in halftime. And I think they could just coast. I mean, yeah, very, very, very good looking team. And it's not very often you'll have both Yusuf and Sway have a bad game. I don't think Sway had a bad game. I think
He just didn't take a lot of
he
shots.
didn't.
He took a
didn't
back
take
seat.
many sto- Yeah,
He took
he
a
didn't
back
take as
seat.
many shots. 11. I'm sure he had a pretty good field goal percentage on it. But the Gorillas missed a chance off of a Sway kind of less game. Yusuf picked up the slack, so that's scary for opponents looking at the playoffs. You're like, oh fuck. And then you don't talk about Ryan. Ryan.
Yeah, oh my
might
God,
be
you
the
really
full
do forget
success of that
Wow.
team because he does so much. Every time he shoots, there's a reason he's the 3-point champ. There's a reason he was drafted in the 2nd round. He's very much like you, Dallas. He does everything great on the court. Everything you want to do on the court, Ryan does. And no, shout out that team. Very good team. Very tough to beat. They're gonna be a tough out.
Yeah, they definitely look like they've gotten it together.
Oh yeah.
And they also have Chief, man. So
Whenever-
Chief is
shout out
another.
Chief. Yeah,
Chief has
exactly.
played well.
He's good defensively
Whenever
as
he was
well.
moving
It's gonna be a hard
the ball
team.
around.
Chief is a shot doc. Shot doc's hitting
Yeah.
shots. He bing bonged earlier.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, he had a good game too.
Everybody was playing well.
All right, let's move it on. Game number 2. We had the Dogs and we had the Mambas. 84-80. We squeak out a win. We are now 5-1, secure the 1 seed. Dom Douglas led the way. 24 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Dalla with 18 for shooting 8 for 11 from the field.
8th rounder.
Santi 13 and 3. Nick 12 and 3 steals, and
Brandon.
Dallas with 9, 6 and 10 rebounds.
Crazy stat line.
On the other
What
side,
about Berg?
3 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 boards, 0 shots taken. Thank you, Mike.
listen,
It's not his fault.
Yeah,
It was a tight game, so my ankles were hurting, my knee was hurting. I took a
Yeah,
back
yeah.
seat. 3 minutes and a half though.
Let's fucking
2 rebounds.
let's fucking
he
go.
played great. All right, and then on the other side, Shane went lights out. 27 points, 6 assists. This says 7 for 9.
9/11, right?
He was actually
forget.
'Who's
8 for
9/11?
9. He was actually 8 for 9. He shot lights out.
That was from 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 for 9 from 3. He had 27 points. I believe. It could be 7 for 9 and
I
Irish
thought it was
right now. I'm
9/11.
wrong. Alex 23 points,
Yeah, where you
3
7-11.
assists, 7 rebounds. Dre 11 points, 2 assists. Patriolo big 9 points, 3 assists, and Brandon Seed 7 points, 2 assists. Parker as the only person not on the Dogs here. What did you see in that matchup?
Well, it was highly contested from start to finish. You guys get down about 13 with 5 minutes left.
That's crazy.
I saw a switch in both teams. First, I saw the Mambas trying to dribble out the clock with 5 minutes left. So what that tells me mentally is we're not trying to win, we're trying not to lose this game. 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, that's when you start taking your time in possessions. But when you have 5 minutes, I think I looked up and it was like 5 minutes and 37 seconds, they started telling them, stop attacking. Like, it's difficult because then it kind of puts your team, it takes your team out of a rhythm. It puts
When
your
they
team
were
in this
going.
different. Yeah, going. Couldn't fucking miss. I was like, God damn, the Dogs are down. But then I feel like you guys felt that, and then each stop, each possession, closer, 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 until you guys eventually take the lead, and then I feel like at that point the Mambas can't flick it back on. So it's very difficult. It's that game management. They have. I've raved about the Mambas. They have such IQ on that team. They have Shane. You have Pat. You have TP. You have Big Bird. You have some IQ are higher than others. But it's tough because you're in a position where you're like, I want to protect the lead, but if I'm Pat, I'm putting my starting 5 back out as quickly as possible when you guys go on a run, and try to nullify that. He didn't. It got too late, and unfortunately, the Mambas played a fantastic game. Shane shot the fucking lights out. Could not miss. Beautiful shooting.
Yeah.
Alex had such a quiet 20-something. Just balling out there. They just couldn't turn it back on, and you guys took that game. Absolutely. Went out, took that game in the last 5 minutes. And congratulations. Huge win. Statement win for you guys. Big time. I don't think... I'm a huge Mamba fan. I don't think this is... Seeding right now, who would they play in the playoffs?
They play either the Panthers or the Reapers,
Okay.
depending.
I would take the Mambas favored in either of those matchups right now. Just the way they're playing. But yeah, good job.
Yeah.
You guys played really well. You played together, played strong, defensive, dog basketball. That's just what you do.
Yeah.
Definitely our toughest matchup since playing the Makos. For
Also
sure.
The Ghost Riders as well.
Yeah, Ghost Riders
Because
too.
Yeah, but now with Santi, this has been the
True,
toughest
true.
matchup.
Yeah.
And before we get into that, make sure to like and subscribe. Shout out Dean for pointing it out. 28 viewers, 5 likes. Like the video.
Yeah.
Go like the video.
I'm gonna go
We
give
need
it a
the
like
likes.
too.
Thank you. But back to your point.
Yeah, this was like we came out and we were like just killing them and everything, and then Shane just flipped the switch for them,
Crazy.
and he just came down and hit like 3 in a row to start their run, and then they just
He
didn't
hit
look
another
back.
2. Yeah.
It was hard to watch because I think another thing that they were winning so much was I'm not gonna lie, our team, like, we're really good at and we've shown it, we're really good at scoring really quick like buckets, and that game it felt like everything they threw up it went in, and everything we shot we couldn't hit.
In the second half.
Yeah, in the second half, because we were with them in the first half. We were only down by
You
a
guys were
couple.
close.
Yeah.
But in the second half, everything they just threw up
Mhm.
was it just went in. Every time they went up for a layup, it went in. Contested layups, everything. And then all of our shots weren't really falling. So it was definitely tough. And they also know how our main scorer played. So they were definitely exploiting that, forcing us to play. Forcing the 2nd through 9 rounders to play our role. So I think that showed that we also can keep it together really well compared to like some other teams. I feel like other teams are probably at that point being down 13 with 5 minutes left. They'd be like,
It's
over.
garbage minutes at that
Exactly.
point. Yeah.
So we kept composure. We, played through what we had to. They definitely should have kept attacking us because I'm not gonna lie, we had it felt like we had nothing for that.
No, we had no answer for that.
They just kept attacking, and killing us on it. So, but
I gotta give a shout out to Nick. I think once we got him into the game guarding Shane, I don't think Shane can. I think he was very uncomfortable with Nick on him as well. Besides that, man, I'm glad that Batman didn't show up. Because if Batman was in that game, bro, we would have.
we've been cooked.
Nah, we're done. We're done with Batman's on the court.
I think what really their
Well, he showed
own,
up. He was just
He
late.
showed up like
but
the
their
last.
own team
Someone let the bat sing.
lost them that game, and we just took advantage of it and took the opportunity where we had it.
Yeah.
Once they slowed the game down, it became very evident on the court, and I felt guilty playing as much as I did, but when I'm on the court, I'm able to be that middle linebacker type of player. And once all right, you're doing that, we're going to double ball. Weak side's going to just play a safety. If they throw a pass over top, we're going to come over here, and we'll double the ball. And that led to the ball ending in Brandon Steed's hands, and luckily for us, 3 times in a span of
missed.
4 or 5 plays, it wasn't that he missed. He forced.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody,
hero.
when
Yeah.
everybody else slowed the ball down for them, he looked to get the baskets, and that helped us. Because then we got the ball and we ran out in transition. I hit 2 threes. Dalla hit a big 3. Dom sealed it with the
Yeah.
with the free throws. I missed my free throw. You get 3 rebounds in a row, and then you seal it with one of your 2. Put us up 4. Like
Big man Dallas.
that was
I'm
it.
so mad that I'm not 100%.
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta,
so fucking
Mike,
pissed.
bro. Those fucking 2 threes out of nowhere, bro.
That was
Yo, you really fucking
clutch.
saved us,
Yeah,
bro.
that was clutch.
Big time.
That shit
I
was
was
big
just
time
chucking 'em
right
up.
there,
You had
I was
to.
talking about.
bro. They went in.
That shows
In
that,
the
like,
important times.
Everyone on our team, dude. Everyone is
1 through 9. I feel like
everyone. On
we're
our
all
team is
important.
happy, So.
We're all in it to win it. Shout out Troy Bolton.
No, it's just a great overall effort from us, and I think.
We're soaring.
And now as we break into our musical number, now I think that if we do see the Mambas again, they're gonna be very much ready for us, and they're gonna learn from their mistakes because they're very smart, and it's gonna be a hell of a game. Hopefully, we can learn and we can game plan better as well. Figure out what matchups worked, what matchups didn't. I tell you, I'm not gonna guard Shane. I locked him up for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, I didn't lock him up. He was choosing to pass. And now when he's shooting, he's not missing.
Okay, but I don't
That
think
was
he's
crazy.
gonna go and hit
No.
8 threes against. the
I didn't. Yeah, I feel
know,
like
that
He
was
shot
just-
90% until the last 3 minutes of the game where he airballed a 3.
Yeah, no,
He was
I
shooting
don't-
9 for 10 from
Yeah,
the
he
field.
was.
that
I
was
don't think that he's
insane.
gonna shoot
9
that
for
well
10.
again.
So was he actually 9 for 11 for 3? I'm not trying to say a 9-11
he was,
joke, but
he was 8 for 11.
What's there to
He was
joke
8
about,
for
Bert?
10 from 3.
oh, you're right. Never mind.
And then 1 for 1 from the field.
Disgust me.
But
I don't think we should shoot
That
that
is
poorly
crazy.
again as well. I don't like 'cause we didn't. I mean, we didn't
You
really
can't make those jokes with that,
shoot that
Bert.
well. It felt like. So I feel like we don't shoot that poorly, and I know that Shane can shoot. He's probably one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, but I don't see him pulling up fucking 3 times.
I'm not
in a
gonna
row.
I'm not gonna question it, because dude's very good. So
He's super good.
listen, we'll have to be ready for it. Mamba's very good team, very promising team. I like what I'm seeing from them.
Great jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love their jerseys.
I was definitely a little shaking in my boots. We had a snake in our boot, as they say.
Yeah. Hell of a team.
Yeah, they're a very good team. Game 3, the unexpected
Oh my
game
God.
of the week. What a fight from the Ghost Riders here. 88-86. Makos pull this one out. Anderson, huge game from Anderson. 14 points, but he hit the clutch ceiling 3 while they were down by 1. Tommy played a great game as well. 28 points, shooting 70%. Or is that 28? Yeah, 28. Fritz, 24 and 5. Nacho, 8 and 1 assist. Fonzo, 4 points, 1 steal. On the other side, Joel and John Kerry, the 2 guys that played phenomenal for the Ghost Riders the whole game. 28 for 1v1. 27 for John Kerry.
Damn.
13 for Ghost. 10 for
John
Mike
Kerry's
Mitchell.
balling, dude.
And
John
6
Kerry's
for
a
Zay.
fucking hooper.
They
Lately,
played
he's been
phenomenal.
he's been showing.
Yeah,
That he's like,
I wish that they would have had that same energy the whole season, because they would have won games. If they're doing that against the best team in the league, I wish that they had that kind of grit the whole time. They didn't quit, they played hard, and they put up a hell of a game where, to me, we can harp on the last shot. But if you look at the final 2 minutes, there was a lot of mistakes that were made, and I attribute it to the fact that they weren't in that many close games, and they never figured out how to close a game out this whole season. And when they got to that point, their late game management just was not there. There was turnovers, there was bad passes, there was quick shots, there was times where they were up and they're shooting. It's like their late game management was poor. Yes, Mike Mitchell, horrendous shot. He can blame John Kerry on the pass. Whatever it was, hell of a game. Hell of a game on both sides.
You know what's sick? Is that we've seen Mike hit those ridiculous shots before this too to win games. So, and I don't want the Makos to be offended. You guys are undefeated. You're the reigning champions. You have the longest win streak in the history of the Selly Nation League. And a team comes in that is 0 and what is it? 0 and 6? 0 and 5.
5.
0 and 6?
Yeah.
0 and 5.
0 and 6 now.
0 and 6. Okay, but 0 and 5 before.
Mhm.
Okay, thank God. But you have a team that comes in 0 and 5, and they have not been in nearly any games, and they are up with a few minutes, and the whole crowd is behind them. I don't want the Makos to get upset. You need to understand how it looks like. Every movie we ever watched as children taught us that we have to. They're the little giants.
Yeah.
They're the fucking Sandlot.
Without their second round pick.
Without their second round pick. Lot of fight. John Kerry, shout out, thank you for your service, John Kerry. We love you. Berg is not making fun of 9/11 because of your AI rendered army photo, but I think you look great. Don't laugh either. 1v1 played really well. Shout out. You gotta like the fight in them because again they're fighting for their season. They had one more chance, but I think, of course, everyone picked the Makos. Should have picked the Makos. The Makos are the best team right now. I mean, they're the longest win streak. Can't argue that.
We're better.
Well, there you go, Berg. Let them know next time. Even like they create such a way they play where I know Tommy got mad. We said cherry picking. You're leaking out. Everybody's fucking leaking out on the Makos. Everybody. But that's how you get fast points, and I understand why. I get it. You leak out. You take it. You try to get a steal. You don't get it. Somebody else on your team gets a steal because of a rushed pass. Now you're already leaked out. I get it. Call it what you want. Leak out. Cherry pick. Darvis is on my side. Shout out Darvis. But no, they played really well. You did score in the half court too, Tommy. Don't worry, I saw it too. But shout out Anderson. Holy shit. We've raved about Anderson all season. Maybe one of my favorite role players in the league. No hesitation. Tommy collapses the D on a drive. Anderson leaks out for 3. You only need 2 to go up 1. But Anderson's like, hey, this is my shot. I'm going to take it. Takes it. Nothing but net. Yep. Perfect shot. The crowd goes fucking wild.
Yeah, that crowd has not been that loud all season.
The crowd goes fucking wild, and it forces the Ghost Riders to try to make their last play. Ball gets to Mike Mitchell past half court, heaves it, and then we move on to the next game. No, great fight from the Ghost Riders. Shout out John Kerry, we love you. You played your fucking heart out. Well done, Mom.
Before we move on from this game.
No, we're not moving on. I haven't heard from you or Dallas.
Oh, okay.
You can go. Dallas will go last because he's got the Riders jersey on.
All right. So, are the Ghost Riders? Do you think this game would have played out differently with Juan on the court?
There's just no way to answer that because you don't know.
Yeah.
Like Juan, we've seen him go off.
Yeah.
Juan, we've seen him. Yeah, we've seen him have bad games. We've seen the energy different. Who knows if the energy was that way because hey, we need to win this game. I feel like they should have had that a while ago. Or if they had that energy, hey, we don't have our second overall guy. We all need to step it up. Who knows what the mindset was in the huddle, except for them. It's really hard to tell. If they would have came with that same intensity and they have Juan, obviously that helps. That's another guy that can give you 10, 15 points, whatever it is. Big body against a smaller team. Mm-hmm. You would think on paper that should help. Mm-hmm. But who knows if John Kerry has 27 and if he's as ball dominant, having that other superstar with him.
Yeah.
And that's like the big question mark. Who knows? Just know that they played fucking great.
Yeah, it was a great game. If Dylan shot that last shot, he would have made it for sure.
Shot that after the game.
Yeah, you guys seen after the game, bro? He was hitting one-handed full court shots. That's crazy.
I knew it.
Man, I wish Mike would have made that though.
I think that
Damn.
with this game, it's like you said. It's,
now remember, whatever you say, Tommy's gonna clip it and put it in the video. Okay.
Talk shit about Tommy.
We'll put it back on Berg.
It just came
the
down
Sharksy
to,
looks dumb.
I kind of did comment on it. I don't like it.
Oh,
I just don't like it. Too thuggish.
Oh, you're done.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, see you later. Bye, Berg.
I'm kidding.
Trump's
only
I love you, Tommy.
Go ahead, Dallas.
Like you said earlier, the Makos know how to win, and the Ghost Riders don't in those situations. So, this is also with that last play. I'm gonna speak my words on it. If no one else will, be like, fucking, I don't know the word for it, but like, that last thing. I blame both. I blame John Kerry, Mike Mitchell, and I blame Ghost. Those 3. Because John Kerry made that pass, and I heard that he was supposed to be a decoy. Mike Mitchell was supposed to be the decoy, right? And it was supposed to go to 1v1 coming around, is what I heard in that huddle before they went out and did it.
So who's your source?
We don't remember.
Ghost told us to. You're fine.
Wait, whose jersey is that?
What I think that if JC, he looked like he felt rushed on that pass, because whenever he got the ball, it took like 2 seconds and threw it in.
Yeah.
He could have waited. He had a little bit more time, and then what he could have done is just called another timeout. They had one more timeout. That's another thing that I blame Ghost and Mike Mitchell for, is you have to in those situations, you have to gather all the information about the game. You have to gather how many timeouts you have, how much time you have, because he could have dribbled up the court with 3 seconds left instead of heaving it at 3 seconds. You just have to gather all this information up and then, deliver on it. So, if I'm Ghost, Mike Mitchell gets it, not even in the fucking side we're on, I'm calling a timeout like that.
Did they have a
They
timeout?
had one more timeout.
I would have called it on the inbound if I'm John Kerry. Then.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If it's not there and he's counting, then I'm just going to call timeout. You have one more chance to
I think once that play happened, everybody was like, what the fuck? Because John Kerry literally got the ball from the ref and just let it go. You have 5 seconds to decide what you're going to do. If Mike Mitchell is going to be your decoy player, let the play run.
Well, the ball should never go in the backcourt.
And it should exactly.
No, it shouldn't. But
was it 3 or was it 2?
It was 3. It was 3 seconds.
Yeah,
and he shot it at 3.
He did shoot it.
Rather early, yeah.
But if you're going to get in the backcourt there,
you
need a Chan screen right at the half-court line. You need to get that ball off the screen and come right and just pull up.
Exactly.
But you need Nacho to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need somebody that hits that deep range three, or Juan. Somebody's going to hit those
Joel, they have Joel. And where is Joel in this whole play? Because
he was getting the pick from the other
and
side.
it's like,
they didn't wait.
Even the prior 3 possessions, I don't think he touched the ball.
Well, this also, a couple plays before, when they lost the game, is whenever X made a bad pass, when all they had to do was hold the ball, because they were up, and there was like 30 seconds left or 40 seconds. This is before that Anderson 3.
Yeah.
You just had to hold the ball.
That's that out of bounds pass.
Exactly, and then you win the game. That's
little contentious. Mike Mitchell says he was pulled by Fritz. That he was pulling him, that he was wrapping.
I doubt it.
In all fairness, obviously I can watch every angle. Fritz is wrapped up. Mike Mitchell's arm is hooked underneath. Could have been a foul. X is inbounding the ball. Zane is the ref right there. In fairness to Zane, he's not going to be able to see Fritz's arm behind his back. But when X inbounds the ball, if this is the baseline and you're X and I'm Zane, Zane is looking here. Ball gets inbounded. Ball goes out of bounds, and then he turns his head. So he has no way of ever seeing that play happen. He didn't follow the ball. He didn't follow the action at all. And Pat should have been trail side as the ref, and he should have seen on the baseline the hold. There's nobody in that way. And he said he was looking up top, which is my position to look at as the weak side ref. So officiating, definitely missed that call, but you can't blame the ref for a terrible pass. It was a bad pass at the end of the day by X. It was too far outside. Ball could have gone right to Mike Mitchell's hand, and then he could have got fouled anyway and gone to the line. But you have JC and you have 1v1. Why is the ball not? Yeah, why is the ball not going to them?
Yeah, and it's only that it wasn't only that one possession. It was several possessions where he wasn't touching the ball.
Yeah.
But I think being Joel, you got to demand the ball, man.
Yeah, I can't answer JC though for that at the end of the day because him and Joel played phenomenal.
Great fucking game.
And Mike Mitchell did play pretty well too.
Their whole team. Shout out their whole team. They all hustled. They all grabbed boards. They
Ghost
all did what they had to do.
Sean had a great game.
They all played great. Darius grabbed boards. They're all in there. Dylan hustled too. Like it's a team. But it's a team.
Hey, more minutes than me.
Yeah, like it's a team after the end of the day, and they needed to win this game. So you got to understand that. We're gonna get into the last game of this week, so we can keep it moving. Disappointing performance from the Reapers. 35 points for Braylon. He put on a show. 6 rebounds. Dom Johnson, 18 points, 5 assists. Went 5 for 11 from the field. When you look at that, only 11 field goals for Dom. He needs more. I don't know.
That's not a bad field goal percentage either.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I know that there was issues in the huddle and a lot of issues on that sideline with them. Dom does need 20 shots. If Braylon's getting 20 shots, they both should have 20 shots. Yeah. They're both your 2 main guys. In all fairness to them. Job had 9 points. Chili Chill, 4 points, 8 rebounds, and he fouled out. Axel with 2 points. On the other side, Dame, phenomenal game, 26 points, 3 steals. Phil, 17, 4, and 9. Uno, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 5 from the field.
Oh, that's huge. I didn't know you had
Wow.
Jane Ballister, 9 points, 1 steal, and Mike Parker, 8 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. I'm glad that Eric listened and he put Mike Parker off the bench as a spark. I think that really helped them.
You told him that?
On the podcast last week. Did you not watch the podcast either?
No.
God damn it. Nobody watches the podcast.
No, I watched it. No, but I've been telling Eric for like the last 2 weeks the same thing. Like,
it just adds that spark off the bench.
Exactly. He can be that Lou Will off the bench.
He was fantastic, and at this point, I mean, you guys were talking about it. Eric had to make a change to get a win. We haven't seen the mesh between Phil and.
You're not
That's
even
straight
drinking.
Jack,
bad.
dude.
Yeah, it's
That's
bad.
just straight alcohol.
It's
You want some more
drinking
Coke?
this? Yeah, give him some Coke.
we
Come
have
over
this-
here.
I didn't drink enough to put any
All
in
right,
there.
I'll drink it then.
Give him a little.
Nah, I'm kidding. No,
Give him
dr-
a little bit, and then he can. There you go.
Again, we have the dynamic
Here,
duo
have mine.
of Dame
Switch. Here you go.
Dame and Phil.
It's more Coke.
It's more cocaine.
More.
Bird
Yeah.
put cocaine in there.
Yep.
Bye, Dallas. See you later.
You're drinking
Um,
soda.
Bought it from Tommy.
God damn it. Tommy's a great guy. Shout out Tommy.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
Dame
trying
and
to
Phil.
poison me.
Okay, all
I
right.
didn't mean
Hey, get on track, guys.
Sorry.
Dame
I'm
and
hanging
Phil.
with my friends.
Yeah. This is why. This is why. Dame and Phil, we haven't seen them play great together. It seems like a back and forth sort of thing. So somebody out of those three, Mike, Dame, or Phil, someone had to take a little bit of a backseat. I'm not even saying Mike took a back seat, but Eric putting him on the bench and letting him run with the second unit where he can just fucking torch people is like best case scenario with that, because Phil has been a much improved. He's a great passer last season, but he's been more willing, and he's been a great passer this season. Dame was hitting his shots. He was feeling himself last game. SDK starts really hot. I think he scores like 9 of his 11
In the first,
in the first
5
5
minutes.
or 6 minutes,
Yep.
which is great. SDK, which is really good because you're playing in the flow of the offense, and they're not really paying attention to you. No offense, they're not paying attention to you because they have so many other offensive weapons. Their bench played great. I think Sauce posted in the chat 39 points. Panthers bench had 39 points versus the Reapers 15.
That's insane.
So
And 9 of those are
yeah,
Job.
huge. Shout out Job. Love Job though too. But Panthers played really well. You saw him take a step. Needed a win. Dame's first win in Celly Nation history. Shout out Brown Bandits.
No, it's not his first. He was on La Familia season 3.
Oh my
He
God,
went to
that's
the
so right.
championship.
Yeah,
But it's
12
his
game-
first one since season 3.
Yeah, that's
that
tough.
he's the first time since season 3 semifinals
First
that he's
win.
won a game.
Yeah,
That is insane.
Yeah.
that's fucking nuts.
That's a very long time. You're going
Yeah.
on 2 years of not winning.
Shout out Dame, man. Congrats on your first win. Clap it up.
It's-
That's the last win you're getting. I'm kidding.
Panthers played really well. I'd be interested. I'm sure as a player as talented as Mike Parker goes, why am I coming off the bench? Why am I coming off the bench?
But if he
But we've
sees that
seen-
it's
yeah.
working, you would hope that, hey, I can. And as a captain, I'd be like, hey, you can provide X, Y, Z. I feel like that's why you'd go off the bench, and if they can buy into that, then that's how you win games. You need guys to be willing and able to take those roles.
I have insider info that Mike was supposed to start that game and they were going to bench Phil. But everybody realized that was not a smart move.
Yeah.
And they switched it up last second.
Wow.
Which, piggybacking off of you, man, like Mike coming off the bench, frees up Dame and Phil. You guys have the offense.
It doesn't
Gene,
clog the paint as much.
Exactly.
It's less redundant too.
Yeah.
And now the offense, the starting 5 all plays at the same pace.
Yep.
They all play that smooth kind of ball. They're all Fritz, even though Fritz isn't on that team, but like that. They all play like that slower, not hard-nosed, get to the basket type of basketball, which Mike Parker and Darryl play, which is good. But having that off the bench when guys are tired, it's a huge advantage to rotate that in. It's fucking phenomenal.
Jesus Christ.
I like their rotation. I like what Eric did. Dallas is a former Panther, and
So
just
am I.
as an analyst, I'll get to you, Bird.
Are you the
What are
same
you
beast
seeing
or
from-
a different animal?
A different animal.
What are you? What are you seeing?
I was typing that and I was like, this is fucking cringe as shit.
I loved it. I loved it.
What are you
That was like
saying?
a Uno quote right there.
What are you seeing from these two teams right now, moving into the final week of the regular season?
It's obvious that the Reapers bench needs to help Braylon and Dom. They definitely built that team around Braylon and Dom scoring, and the other guys are just the role players. They'll get their like 1 or 2 open shots a game. Chili is their rebounder, but they've got to flip it to like how they were in the Makos, where everybody is like a weapon on that team, because teams are going into this game against Reapers think, okay, we're just gonna, whenever they come down with the ball, we're gonna double either Braylon or Dom, force this hard pass, force them to take a tough shot, and we'll get out. They're not respecting these guys who, and they, like you guys said, they have they've been with the league for a while.
All
So,
vets.
Yeah,
The
all
vet
vets.
team.
So
The
you've
whole
got
1
to
through 9.
get your vets comfortable. You've got to get them comfortable. So
that your ass?
Did you just shit yourself?
You just shit?
No, that was a Coke bottle.
Okay.
Berg shit himself on camera.
No, he's
back.
off. He's off camera. He's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're good then.
Panthers, I think this is their best game they've played, in my opinion.
100%.
They've got everybody together, so
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Minus
So, it looked
QDZ. Minus Quinn.
Oh, love Q-Tip.
Man, I miss
they're
him.
another team, in my opinion, the Panthers, that are really good, like bottom to top, really good.
Strong team. Shout out
They
Gino.
just need to.
I love Gino.
Fucking Gino's a beast, bro.
He's a beast. He's been
Gino,
playing really good.
Yeah,
His
he's
role,
good.
he's a really good, like he knows his role and he's really good at playing it.
Fantastic at it.
So, and Gene has definitely stepped up. He does my MIP vote. That's my most
Gene
improved
Jerry
player.
might be. I like that.
Yeah, I agree.
He's definitely done his thing. He said he was going to do going into the season, and with Phil, you know, we expect him to come into the game and score, but I feel like what he's doing, where he's scoring that like 18, maybe 15 to 18 to maybe 20 points a game, letting Dame, like he did this game, letting Dame.
He's almost playing as your lead guard too. He's organizing the offense and making the right passes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Shout out Phil.
And you
Way
can
to be a leader.
you can tell the rest of the team is getting used to how Phil plays.
Yeah.
When they played against us, he threw the ball. He turned over the ball a lot. They did not know how
They weren't expecting the
they
passes.
weren't expecting the passes. But now that they've played with each other after that game, which I mean it's only one game, but they've got their whole team together. Those role players know, and Dame can fit into anything. He's just a phenomenal player where he's going to fit into any system. In my opinion, he's one of those guys. So they're dangerous. My thing with the Panthers though is you need Dame to shoot that well from 3 every game if you want the same result though.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
He's more of a slasher from what I've seen, and this game has been his best 3-point game, which is really good. But you need to if you're gonna win those games, spread the floor more, get Gene threes involved where he's not having the force. I've noticed that Gene is where he gets his threes, he's getting 1 or 2 where he's open from a pass, but a lot of his threes are having to dribble, come around off of a screen, and there's still a guy there, but he's trying to force it. But he's making the best of it, which is really good. So I know Gene. I played with him outside of CeleNation. That man, if you can get him going,
He can average 20 in the league.
he's fucking crazy. So that I think that you can take away good things from both teams. Obviously, more with the Panthers. You just for the Reapers, you got to get your guys off the bench more involved, and they have to capitalize off of hey, we're gonna get the ball more. If Braylon and Dom are okay with giving them the ball a little bit more, not as much, because, I mean, no offense to any of them, but they're not as good scorers as Dom and Braylon.
What?
So, and I think that you have to get Chili more involved in these pick and rolls, a lot of pick and rolls. He's strong.
He's strong and
And
fast.
Yep.
He's fast, so he can dive. He's a good diving big if you use him like that. And I like how Sauce puts him on the best player on the other team to play defense. He does a really good job with that. We saw it with Phil. That's why Phil probably didn't have as many as he usually would get. But
Chili's all up under him the whole game.
yeah, all
That's
up under
tough.
him.
Shit,
All
that's
up,
scary,
under, and
bro.
around. Also
Oh.
a former Panther. What do you
Yeah.
feel?
Man,
Banana Bird.
they're a deep
Banana
team.
Hammock Bird.
1 through 9, even Q-Tip, and he was a good player for them. But 1 through 8, they got a deep team.
Very deep.
Super deep.
And-
I think they have the deepest team.
And if Eric can continue this lineup, bringing Mike Parker off the bench, opens up the floor for Dame and Phil. You got STK and A Frounder. I gotta. He's had 2 double doubles. He had a good game, 100% from the field. You gotta put him in that.
Is his stock
I think
rising?
his stock is rising. Maybe he's finally a 5th or 6th rounder. He can get the respect that he's
Probably
always.
seven.
All I need him to do is stop
Before
shaking
last
his.
season.
I don't want him to keep.
Oh, you should have seen him at Lakeside. He was like this the whole day.
Season 5.
Steve, you score and then you do the too little or shaking your head, but then
Yeah.
somebody else is running back.
Yeah.
Steve, you did pretty good last week where you hustled back. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
Forget about all the celebrations. Play the fucking game.
I love
and he's doing it.
Well, he's the dripped up player, the most dripped up player in league history.
Yeah, but I'm the best dressed. I was voted best dressed.
That's true.
We had a vote.
He was stuffing the ballots. During draft night, Berg stuffed the ballots. I had people voting that I've never
I
seen.
had dead people
No,
vote.
STK.
Joe Biden that shit.
He really is banned up Berg. He had all the fake fucking G.
No, he had random people that I've never seen. It was Instagram.
Nah, they're all my
Yeah.
friends
Yeah,
from
no,
Instagram.
good for you. Good for you.
Hey man, people love me.
Get it how you want.
But regardless of that, man, Dame and Phil, if they can mesh together, which Phil has always been a player that's always gonna look for everybody else to get theirs. He's always been a good team player, so I'm glad that he has a great team around him now. we haven't even mentioned Hume. Hume is a freaking bucket. He can shoot it
Not
from
good
anywhere.
on the scoreboard. As far
Yeah.
as scoreboard
Yeah.
operator,
But on the court,
maybe worse.
yeah, on the court, he's a J.R. Smith. He'll shoot that shit from anywhere on the floor
He
and
feels-
make it.
To me, he's like another kind of like an Anderson kind of role player on
Yeah.
the team.
I see that.
That's what.
But
it is.
Anderson is smarter with his shot selection, and Daryl's more
He can get on a
aggressive.
heater. He can get
Yeah,
on
but
a
There's
he's
a
also
shot
more-
that he
he's
hasn't
more
shot.
aggressive.
Every shot that he takes, he loves it. He feels like every shot he's taken is going in. I think he's shot the most bing bongs too.
Nacho definitely has that.
Yeah, not-
He hasn't made them, but I'm saying he shot the
Oh,
most.
No.
Yeah,
Because he'll
attempt.
shoot it behind the box, he'll shoot it next to the box, he'll shoot it 1 foot in. I've watched him multiple times shoot behind the box. It's like 2 feet in the box.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. There's a box, and I know that they were not symmetrical, and there's only 1-4 last week, and I did it. But it's still a box. It's just
a big
both
box.
feet in the box.
It's a big box.
Both feet in the
Put
box.
your dick in a box.
Yeah. Woo.
Put your dick in the box.
What's going
Yeah.
on?
It's in a
It's like-
box, baby.
No. Dick
Oh,
in a
no,
box.
dick in a
Is
box.
that Lonely Island?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I wouldn't know that.
One.
What?
Cut a hole in the box.
2.
Put your
my
junk
dick
in that box. All right. Let's
All right.
The hell is going
All right,
on?
back to the
I'll show it to you
Panthers. Back to the
after.
I have one more
Panthers.
thing though. If like you were saying, if Mike Parker buys into coming off the bench, they're going to be
Classic.
successful. That's all I have to say.
I think he will. I like Mike
Okay,
Parker.
and, well, we're talking a lot about the Panthers before we close out on
Reaps.
this game. Reapers, what do they need to do to beat the Dogs going into this next game?
Man, that bench squad, they need to help out Braylon and
better.
Dom, man. Because, like, sometimes, the better players, Braylon and Dom, always takes the blame for their loss. But then you look at the rest of the stat sheet,
15
you see
points.
zeros across the board.
I think only 2 other people scored.
Yeah,
I'll take
I think
that.
Axel and Chili.
This
And then Job. I'm not
Chile
talking about
started.
Job.
Chile started.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
also a reoccurring thing with them. If you look at their stats, like only 4 or 5 people are scoring
Yes.
on that team.
Yeah.
So it's I know I'm a dog, but like if I was not a dog and I'm looking at this, they have to. Those guys are gonna have to because the Dogs just have a really good,
Yeah.
really fucking good team.
And they got this one white guy. His name is
Berg.
Andre Berg, and he is
Fucking-
crazy.
He's
He's
him.
crazy. Parker, unbiased. You're not on either team.
Sure.
What do you think that the Reapers need to do to ideally secure a playoff spot if the Panthers lose? But what do you think that they can do to beat the Dogs going into that next?
What they need to do is, again, they need Dom and Bray on the same page, working inside of the offense. I mean, Braylon and Dom, I have raved about this Reapers team all season, saying I think it might be one of the most talented teams ever formed because they have all vets. They have all guys that are used to playing in the league. Very good team, very deep team.
Don't think that
I
they're
think
the most
very good.
talented.
I think they're,
I
very
think they're the
deep.
most
I think-
likable.
I think Dom and Braylon are maybe the best duo we've ever seen.
If you had
talent-wise,
if
I
you
think
had
they could be the
consistent
best
Dom.
duo, as
If
well
you had
as
consistent Dom.
having a great coach in Sauce. I think they're an extremely good team. I think this is a team that can win a championship. But for them to beat you guys, they need both of them on the same page. They need Kyson not to flip out in the first 2 fucking minutes of every single game.
I fucking
They
love
need
Kyson.
Sauce to hit some outside shots.
Yeah.
They need their bench to play like a strong bench, and they need Chili to score in double digits. If they have any chance of winning this game, that needs to happen.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
It's not gonna happen against us though.
Well,
Wait,
it's my turn.
wait, I have something.
My turn.
I have something
I
here.
get to talk.
I have something here. Start bench cut. Reapersburg, Rangersburg, or Dogsburg.
All right, we are
From Sauce.
cutting. We're cutting Reapersburg.
Not even a
That was
question.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even a question.
We are. What's the other ones?
Can we bench both?
No.
No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
funny.
I mean, obviously.
Rangers.
You have to.
Rangers and Dogs. Honestly,
I'm taking Rangersburg.
I'm
Well,
cutting Rangersburg.
No, Rangersburg
That was.
was
Wait, where's
great.
Panthersburg?
Rangersburg was not allowed to shoot. Ant yelled at him every time he tried to take a
Okay,
jump shot.
Panthersburg. Every
I
time he
fucking
tried to
hated
get
that
subbed out,
season,
too.
bro. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
This is the most supportive of your shot selection that you've had.
Which
and
team?
you've shot your best.
Which one of the teams did you face the wrong way on defense?
That was the
most?
Reapers.
That was the Reapers. That was
Okay,
my first
so
season.
that's-
I need to see this clip because I have no idea what you guys are
Berg,
talking
your
about.
best season by far is this
Sauce is
season.
like Berg.
They have.
turn
I've
around.
actually averaged the most points this season.
Yeah, you've shot the ball well. You seem comfortable on the court. Defensively, sometimes you're lost, but like offensively, you're playing by far your best basketball. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
You're also helping out on the bench as well.
Yes, you have a bigger role on this team, which
You get
helps.
water,
You're vocal.
you get
Yeah, I get
towels.
water, slaps in the
You give him
butt.
massages.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
You're working the
I paid
guys
$100 for this.
Yeah, okay.
3 minutes. No, Panther.
You're gonna
My
play-
Panther season was fun
You
though.
played like almost 30 minutes in the Panther game. You played like 25 minutes.
20 at most.
Just fucking.
Nah, I'm
I'll
fucking
count
with
it.
you.
I'll
I'm
count it.
fucking with you.
Motherfucker was like, Chan, no.
Stay out, Chin, you fucking bitch.
Fucking love Chan.
Nah, but
I love when you sub yourself in for Chin. You guys
and
are
then he
up to
refused
me.
to sub himself
No,
out.
man, here.
That's
Like,
the
no,
Panther
please,
game.
please, no.
The
Come
Panther
on,
game.
Chin. You've had your shot. It's my turn.
And he played good. He hit those
Yeah, you
shots.
played well. Oh man, the bank 3 was.
Oh, that was insane. I did not know I was
looked
gonna
at
make
it.
that.
I looked at it head on and I was like, "Are you fucking with me right now?"
That's why I know God is real.
That was a dagger. All right,
That's
let's
how he
get
knows.
let's get
The
let's
whole
get
body
into
moves forward.
let's get into before we move into the Parker Power Rankings. I don't have graphics for that.
That's fine.
But the conference standings as they are, if you take a look here,
Comments.
the Orange Conference is solidified. All 4 teams are where they are, no matter what happens in next week's games. Mako's had the first round bye, guaranteed that 1 seed, 6-0, 7-0, 6-1, doesn't matter. Familia in that 2 seed, guaranteed. 3 seed is Gorillas. 4 seed is the Ghost Riders. You move over to the Osceola Conference and it gets a little bit more enticing. The Dogs, locked in the 1 seed. The Mambas, locked in a playoff spot. 2 or 3, doesn't matter for them at all. Now, game 1 of the day is the Panthers versus the Mambas. With that being said, if the Panthers win, they're going to take that 2 seed and move on, regardless of the result of the later game. If they lose, they have the head-to-head over the Reapers. They need to pray that the Reapers lose. And if the Reapers lose and the Panthers lose, they're still in. But if the Panthers lose and the Reapers beat the Dogs, Reapers are in. Panthers, once again, 2 seasons in a row, no playoffs. Very interesting in the Osceola Conference. Orange Conference, not so much this season. Parker, we're going to get to you. Parker, power rankings.
Can I do the jerseys?
You want to move the jerseys around?
Can I?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
just have
why
to
not?
grab the handheld.
All right, grab the handheld, you fucking sick
Let me move the
fuck.
chair.
All right, here we go. You guys are in for a treat.
All
I
right.
remember this.
All right, we did this. I don't remember when.
We did it sometime last season.
We
Let
did
me
it
grab this
sometime
camera.
last season.
All right, guys. We live.
So, tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm going to zoom out. We here.
All right, how it works. I'm gonna move the jerseys, and then I'm gonna explain to you why I moved the jerseys. And
I'm moving jerseys.
I'm moving it. Walking here.
Here,
This
Bart.
is the one
Put
spot.
that in front of you or next
All
to you
right.
so that you
Is this better?
can hear yourself a little
This is the one spot.
No, it's probably not better. But
This is the 8 spot. All right. I don't think it's a whole bunch. I don't think it's a huge surprise that the Ghost Riders are 8, even though they put up. Thank you. Even though they put up a beautiful game, fun game. Shout out Mike Mitchell. Can I get a hell no in the chat for taking a half court shot?
Hell no.
Hell no. All right, thank God. You fucking sickos. All right. Are you watching this? All right, good. Yeah, Ghost Riders last. Your season's over. Do they even play another game?
They do. They play the Gorillas.
What if they don't show up?
No pride game.
They're going to show up. They're
No
gonna
pride
show
game.
up.
No pride game this year.
Imagine 2 pride games in a row.
That would be really funny. What'd they say?
I zoomed into your feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
FIFA
Well,
games. FIFA
that's
games.
usually Selling Nation After
That
Dark.
was for Tim.
Ghost Riders last. Next. I think it's been a long time coming. The Gorillas are moving into the 7th spot. Gorillas, you had a tough game. You lost by more points than anybody's ever lost before and in a week. You guys were playing without your 2 most impactful players, I think, which would have helped a lot of your big guys. Dean was chucking bing bongs to the point where he was like, what else am I supposed to do? Shout out, Dean.
After the shots.
I love it. You guys are here, and you might stay here if you don't fucking win anymore, you sick fucks.
Damn.
Next. Yeah, it gets real when it's in person. I'm going to move Reapers into this spot. No, I don't need your fucking
My
help.
fault. My fault.
Are you the commissioner?
Are you the? I'm the commissioner.
I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan. God,
I don't understand this reference.
come on,
Never seen
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob? Alright, that's crazy.
Fucking
Alright, was it
Christ.
like early SpongeBob or late?
Yes.
SpongeBob?
Reapers are in this position. They did not play their best game. Braylon played great. Everybody else not as great. Dom, instead of running around everywhere, posting 1% everywhere, how about you have a practice with your team and stop flipping out as much? I love you, Dom. You're psycho, but
Season 4.
Season 4 Dom. Season 4 Dom. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to
Let me
do.
know you want me to hold.
I don't need you to hold it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I can do this. It's my turn.
Wow.
It's my turn to talk.
Mamba's going 4.
No.
Wait, Mama's 5th?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm doing Panthers 5th. Panthers coming off a big win. Big win. Big fun win. I like you. I hope you can bring it into the next game. If you can't, it's going to be an issue and you guys are out. You guys are in the 5th position.
They're not guaranteed out. They're not guaranteed out. They have that head-to-head over the Reapers.
Okay, so the Reapers have to lose?
Yes, they can lose. They have the grace of losing, and then we beat the Reapers, and they're
Okay.
still in.
But if they win and the Reapers win,
Then they're in. As soon as they win, first game, we'll know.
so they control their fate.
They control their
All right.
fate. Reapers do
Panthers, you control your fate. Let's see it.
Alright, this is where it gets interesting.
not. Oh, shit. You're
What
not
are
going
you
to be able
doing?
to fix it. It's
Here.
fucked. It's fine.
Are you
It's
sure?
fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. Ah, you need a remodeling.
I'll fix it later.
What are you, fucking owner of a league?
No.
Piece of shit.
I'm just the guy who
All
makes
right.
it.
Mambas 4. They take a little dip. They take a little step back. Run into Fiery Hot Dogs team that comes back and wins. Yeah, tough game, Mambas. Learn from it. You have a great coach in Pat. I think he'll learn that lesson from it. Tweak his lineups and all that shit. But yeah, Mambas are scary. If Shane's shooting like that, and Alex is putting up a silent 20 points. Very scary. Very fucking scary team. A lot of IQ. Fucking shit.
We need a ladder. Thank God you're 6'4".
That's what we do.
And sexy.
Yes, both of those statements are mostly true.
6'4",
La Familia
6'4".
3, they win a huge game. 40 fucking points. They kicked the shit out of the goddamn Gorillas that were doing their best impression of a special needs team. But what I will say is that I like the Gorillas a lot. I love your jerseys. Everyone was out there just fucking running around doing whatever the fuck. When you guys got down 15, it felt like 40. La Familia recognized that and kept pressing you and made you keep turning the ball over. They played really well. They're scary. They're heating up at the right time. Yusuf is also getting integrated in this team at the right time. Scary team to play. Dogs, 2.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
They're complaining about the shaking camera, so I'm just shaking it even more.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
not
thought it was
that
like
shaky.
the state. I thought it was like NCAA, the stadium. Stadium noise is too loud.
Everybody's fucking-
Ah!
What are you doing? I'm fucking holding it.
Yeah, you idiot.
Show the BTS.
All right. Dogs, 2. Come from behind. Beat a quality Mambas team. 5 minutes, down 13. Shout out. Second longest winning streak of the season. Yeah, Dogs playing Dogs basketball at the right time. Really meshing at the right time. Shout out Dom Douglas. My mother's maternal name, or is that what you call it?
Dom Douglas.
My mother's maiden name is Douglas. Dom and I are related. We are cousins.
Yes, I can see the resemblance.
I know you can. So can you, Dom. Shout out Dogs. Played really well. 1 Makos. Everyone knew it was coming. Haven't lost this season. Will they lose? We don't know. Last game of the season really doesn't matter. I wonder if Coach Luke tells them to take the foot off the gas. I doubt it. Fastest man in the world. Fuck you, Usain Bolt. Fuck you, everybody else. Luke is so fast. You should have seen him on that fucking laser tag court. I thought he was going to blow up one of his quads. Number 1 for a reason. Look very good. Look very strong. Tommy's going to clip this. Shout out, Tommy. We love you. You're a goddamn psycho. Keep scoring the basketball. Fritz played really well. Nacho, again, Nacho and Sway, maybe this had something to do with the moon cycle. They both kind of had, like, quieter games. Yeah, twinning. It's the battle of the twins, though, this week. I wonder if they're going to...
We'll get into that.
Oh, man.
Remember when they physically fought each other?
Yeah.
No.
A season ago? Well,
I remember.
All right, let's not bring it
I
up.
love you guys.
Let's talk about it, guys.
Brothers are brothers. We
No.
all have brothers.
No, we love them.
I love them so much. Shout out J&J family. Shout out Nacho. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's it.
Welcome.
Can you hit the first
Oh
cam?
my god, I gotta fucking do
Bottom
everything.
left. Bottom left.
This one?
A note right underneath it.
This one?
Yep. All right, lead camera.
Alright, I
Right here?
gotta do everything on this fucking
That's it.
show.
All right.
Wow.
Take a seat, Berg. Bring your chair back to where it was.
Ooh, that's a heavy chair. God, dude.
He lifts.
He does lift.
Yep. I like that play on words.
There we go. Oh,
We're
there we
back.
go. Great job, guys.
Would you guys... Okay, I never ask anything, but looking at that rankings, I'll ask you first, Dallas. Would you change anything?
I was gonna ask you, but I was too afraid of you to go off on it.
I probably would have, but
Yeah.
now I'm calmed down.
This is what I would have changed.
Let's hear it. Don't change the jerseys, just tell me.
Okay, I won't change the jerseys, but this
Sauce of this and
I
Michael's
just
shot shit.
I go off of like
No, you can't do that. I'm
Performance.
sorry.
I understand. Yeah, that's fair.
I think I'd switch these two
That's fair. I
just
understand.
because
Because of the how close their game was and how not close their game was. You know what?
I'm going with like the right now, team.
I get it.
Are we getting a change? A live change on
We are
Parker's?
not changing.
No.
Oh, okay, my fault. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
I'm
no.
sorry. Sorry.
No. And then I think that honestly, this is gonna sound really bad.
Let's hear it.
This is gonna sound really bad. And you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I have to keep it real. I think I'd change these two around.
Oh, La Familia over the dogs.
Just based off of how
God
they
damn.
destroyed the
They
team.
destroyed a team without their two best
Okay,
players.
This is
No,
where
I'm arguing my point. They destroyed a team without their two best players. We played a team at full strength where their second best guy shot almost 90%.
Yeah. Well, if you want me to be like for the last couple weeks, I thought we should have been first just because.
Yes,
we're
the way we
salty.
played, yes.
I think if we play, I mean, I'm going to say this because I feel like if we play the Maples, we're going to beat them. I have to say that's under my contract, but if you want to be real, just because of how we played against the Mambas and how we had to fight back and how.
That's why we deserve the two.
God damn it. Tommy's clipping all of this shit right
It's
now.
okay, yeah.
Fuck.
And then I'm just going to get cooked. And,
Listen, what I would say.
but I definitely would change the Ghost Riders and Gorillas for sure. The dogs and Familia. I mean,
I'm not changing shit. I think you did a great job, Park. I think if you're looking at power rankings
oh
have
yeah, no,
to take.
power rankings. I'm just
they
going
have
to
to
go
take-
past last week.
Yeah, but they have to take into consideration their record.
Yeah.
And at this point, best record, second best record, third best record, fourth best record, same record. These three. Panthers had the best performance, then Reapers, then Gorillas, and then the Ghost Riders.
Yeah. No,
So,
I mean,
I
if
mean-
you're doing like overall season, I'm just based off of this week's games. They're like how that team performed this week's game. I'm not going off of season. If I'm going off season, I'm switching the dogs and Makos. It's because I feel like we fight through adversity better than them. Whenever they get like I'm gonna say this and he's gonna clip it, but when they face the Ghost Riders, they only lost because the Ghost Riders beat themselves. And I love Luke. I know he's gonna get mad at me for this later, but they lost
Sorry.
because
I
of
just
two
don't wanna-
really big mistakes. And I feel like I think I wouldn't change anything else. I'd put Mako's in two, but
Corby Benton coming. Dallas getting negative playing time. Woo! Yes, Bird gets his minutes.
He's gonna be
Good
he's
shit,
gonna be
Dallas.
So much go to
Before
Gorillas.
before we move on to our predictions for next week and close everything out,
That was very
Parker.
I like the way you explained that.
I fucking love Dallas. He's
Yeah,
got very.
he's the
He understands what's going on.
Yeah. Not like
Um,
this one.
I fucking,
I don't know what the
I
fuck
fucking
is
love
going on.
Berg too.
He's zooming in on feet
But-
and shit.
Well, that's for our content, and we're
Berg's
trying
a
to get
freak.
subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. CNL After Dark. We will show the rest of our feet.
We'll show the feet.
All right.
That's crazy.
So Parker has 3 different questions he wants to ask us before we move into our final segment. A little Parker's playtime. That's what I'm calling it.
What the fuck?
Parker's playtime
Alright.
after dark.
Hey, yo!
After dark. It is dark, so technically it's dark.
Should we turn off the lights for this one?
You might not like what happened. Okay, So my first question to you guys on the panel, I'll open up to everybody. Even everybody in the chat, I want you to type in your pick. If you could add any role player to your team, who would it be? Role player
Fourth round or lower.
Fourth round or lower. Anybody outside the parameters of superstar or all-star. Somebody you don't think will get a superstar all-star bid. I would inject as like a role player to your team based on what you think your team would like/need.
I don't even want to see the chat. I want to like.
Yeah, think about it. I'm sure there's people that come up to your mind. Think about it as like a.
How do you do a top 3?
You can give me one.
Okay.
We don't have that much time.
I knew he was gonna say that too.
You can give me one.
You want to go first?
No.
Mike, you have one? Mike's a captain.
Man, honestly, the first.
If you're talking about like fit on the dogs,
You guys are probably gonna.
I'm talking about you guys fit on the dogs.
Oh, on the dogs.
Yeah.
Or just in any general
What
team.
is
so take this for your own team.
Take this for your own team.
For your
Anybody
own
in the
team.
chat that's on a team, who would you like on your team?
Man, honestly, I don't know why. The only name that really comes up to
Say it.
mind.
That means it's the right one for you.
Boogie.
Oh, Boog.
I think Boogie, bro. Like he's an
There you
all-around
go.
player.
Shout out Boog. We love
He's a
Boog.
good three-point shooter. He
Good defender.
runs. He's a great defender,
Good
and he
bench
plays
guy.
his role.
Yeah.
He's not worried about I'm not getting enough touches. He just plays the game.
Yeah,
how it
smart
should be.
dude, too.
Yeah.
All right, I like that.
Boogie to the dogs is... Okay, so
Boogie
it's
to
like
the
our
dogs.
team then.
Yeah, who would
Okay.
you bring into your team? Who would you bring
Let
in?
me see if people fucked with that.
This is hard.
I've got 2 names, but I'll go with the one that came to my head first. Because I played with him today, I'm gonna say Uno.
Oh! What? Yo, that is actually
Don't let it-
insane.
You're clipped, you stupid
Just saying.
fuck.
I'm just saying.
He did play good today.
It's not that he played good; it's he played dog's ball.
Good.
We ran in transition. He would grab a board.
He threw some crazy
Yeah,
ass
and
passes.
but that's dog's ball.
Yeah.
That's what I look for in a big. So like for me, if I were to want him, my other name would have been Chili, because it's another big guy, and I feel like
Was he
Uno.
third though, right? He was third rounder.
Yes, but he's not in the all-star superstar bid. He's still a role
Yeah, that's
player.
fair.
He's not really giving you. He's not averaging double digits.
Yeah.
To me, that's what I would clarify as a guy that's on that level.
Chili's my board. I won't let you just have Chili. So I'm glad you picked SD.
Yeah, Uno was the first one that came to me, and then I'm
Cool.
like, Chili's another one.
I thought you were gonna go Bird.
No, I think that based off of
Wow.
today, before today, when we had our conversation earlier, it was
Yeah,
Bird.
It was Bird. I talked to him.
And
about
I like
Big Bird, right?
and I like Big Bird.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like his game. It's just Uno understands how I play, which helps. Bird does, but it's not really the same. Berg and I have better chemistry in a half court
SDK.
sense.
Or Bird. You
Bird.
said Berg.
Excuse me. Bird and I have better chemistry in a half court set. He knows where to be on the right spot.
Yeah.
Uno and I, he plays transition very well. So that's why I enjoy having him. So I would say Uno.
Uno to the dogs
I like
next
that.
season.
I had Uno at 3 and then Bird at 2.
And then who's one?
My 1 would be my boy.
Dylan?
Just because on the dogs we don't need anybody who can score because we already have that. He's not gonna bitch and complain about minutes. He's gonna hustle his ass off when he's on the court.
And you can wear the 69 jersey.
Exactly.
Boom.
And,
All right.
I mean,
get
he's,
it.
I don't know. He's
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say who my favorite role guy is in the league.
Okay.
I think John Kerry has a chance to make an All-Star game.
John
So-
Kerry's not a role player.
No, that's why I'm not picking him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if I
I
could,
love
I'd
JC.
pick JC. I'm picking Dre. Dre is my guy.
Yeah.
my
Not a role
guy.
player.
He is.
On
Way
the
too good.
Bombas?
He was a
Yeah.
third round pick. He was the
He's
second
not
pick
a-
of the third
he's-
was
round.
he?
Yeah.
Yes, second pick of the third
I
round.
forgot.
Way too good.
All right,
He's
too good.
I would have said him too.
Dre's
yeah.
my guy.
I love Dre, but he's not on that.
If no one else,
Hold
I'll let you
on.
pick and then I'll tell you another one that people should be picking.
Who do I love on these fucking teams that just come out?
Think
I mean,
dogs.
Anderson is a great one too.
Anderson, fantastic. Gene,
Shout out
all
Dalla.
day.
If you want to
That's
go,
who I'm
I
just
think
saying.
I would pick Gene.
yeah, but Dalla is a fringe all-star guy.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but you said 4th and lower.
Yeah, but we're talking about talent-wise. I don't think we're talking about
Okay.
draft-wise. He's a top 4 round pick next season, in my
I
opinion.
wouldn't even say 3.
I would say 3.
Depends on what
Yeah.
comes into the league.
Yeah, of course.
But he's proven himself to be a top guy. He's very good.
Fucking
I like Gene a lot. He's
Gene
played
is
really
also
well.
amazing too.
I-
Gino?
but
You
but
made-
I would put
Gino is
Gene if he's like
fantastic,
online.
too.
I put Gene in and
Yeah,
an
Gene
all-star.
too. Yeah.
Honestly,
that's fair.
just because he just knows how to. He can, if he wants to, he can facilitate with.
Well,
like,
guess what? It's my segment.
You're
so
right. You're
I'm
right.
taking
You're right.
over.
I'm sorry.
He's playing. It's Parker.
It's his turn. It's his turn right now.
All right.
Who wants to play
Next.
with Parker?
I
What's your next two?
Yeah, I got 5 minutes of playtime. Do you know what movie that
That's
is?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
Is that really Spider-Man?
Playtime. Bonesaw.
Oh yeah, the fucking wrestler.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Bonesaw
funny
is
as
ready.
fuck. R.I.P. Randy Savage.
So, if
Oh, Pat Klein too. Another
Yeah,
one.
Pat
That's a good
Klein.
name. Yeah, Pat Klein.
Yeah, Pat
Who said
Klein.
that? Pat Klein.
This season, Pat
Yeah,
Klein.
this season, Pat Klein. Reapersburg next. If you guys were to play for any other captain, who'd you pick?
This is.
Damn.
That's a
This
good-
is not hard, but
That
it's
is
like
crazy.
Everybody in the chat too. If you could play for any other captain, who would it be?
Yeah.
controversial.
It's tough.
This is
Can I
tough.
pick as well? Can I pick a captain I
Of
would
course
play
you
for?
can. I would love
Parker, you
to
have to
hear
pick
it.
one too.
I will pick one right now. I'll
Okay,
go
but
first.
let me-
No,
We'll save you for last. Parker, you're last.
I've played
played
for
for me and Chris.
Mike, and I
What's
played
most
for
recent?
Chris. I played
Me.
for Mike,
Okay,
the
so
most
you can't
recent.
pick Mike.
All right, I won't pick Mike. I would play for Sauce.
Okay.
I feel like Sauce and I see the game very similarly. Very defensive minded, defensive focused, kind of like how Mike is. Team basketball player. Sauce, if he were to draft me, he would know I'm not putting up maybe 10 points, but I'm taking some threes and I'm making some, and I think he would appreciate it. And I would face the right way on defense. Sauce, if you ever want to pick me, I would happily be a Reaper. Love you. Next.
He would not get a chance. I'd pick him in the third
I
round
know
before
you
I
would.
let him slip. Come on, dude. One more time.
Fucking 4th round in 1 year.
I've
I
never
was
seen you
like,
play,
what
so-
the fuck?
Is he him?
Nah, he's good. He's good.
nice.
He'll
He
hit
would
like
He would
open
give me,
threes
like,
and
one
get
three
you.
a game,
One
and that's
three
all
a
he
game.
did. But he played hustle
He
and
was the bird
he,
before the
I was a physical guy. So
No, he played
He's
more
more
minutes
aggressive.
than her, yeah.
He'll grab more.
I-
balls.
Did you play when you played?
I'd throw some people
Yeah.
around. I played
And the
2
thing
seasons.
is, Parker, why I like playing with Parker and other guys like Chan too, is they play with me so many times, so it's like they have that innate trust with me and they've seen me dominate.
Yeah.
So like they'll trust me and give me the ball in those situations, and that's what I like, to feel empowered. When you're on a team and like your guys build you up, that's when you play your best basketball. That's why I feel like you played really well this season, because you have guys around you that are like, yo, we got you.
Yeah.
Do you take that shot? Shoot the ball. Play defense.
Yeah.
Do the things we know you can do. Stay in your role. You're going to be successful. And I feel like that's how you build guys up, and that's how you get them to play their best basketball. So when you feel comfortable on a team, I feel like that's...
Well, that Dogs team that we won on, that was like the most camaraderie team outside of 1 week. Was like the most camaraderie.
This one's up there, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. It's fun in the group
Good.
chat.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it's a very
I'm
good
glad.
team. It's a
Except
very
for that
good
piece
team.
of shit Nick, right?
Fuck Nick.
Fuck Nick.
You fucking-
Sorry ass.
We
He's
love you,
he's
Nick.
bowling tonight.
We love you,
You'd
Nick.
make another good role player too, Nick.
I would give Nick also. I want to throw
All right,
that in there.
that segment's over.
Most improved, man. Just shout
All
out
right,
Nick,
fair.
man. I
Okay,
just
you
want to
go,
give a
man.
little
Go.
shout out to Nick.
Go.
Captain that I would want to play with.
Pause.
Resume. I would say Tone, because I think Tone would bring the best out of any player.
That's fair. Tone probably has some of the best schemes in, like, the most put together schemes. We've seen him, outside of Mike, been in the most consistent finals appearances,
Yeah.
play really well, deep playoff runs, always winning records. Shout out Tone, very strong coach. Good pick. Good pick. Dallas. Who'd
If
you
I'm
pick?
not picking Eric or Mike, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick who I played with before, for me personally, based off my relationship with this person, would be probably Luke.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you subscribed to his OnlyFans?
Luther Stromboli. It's
Just-
for team camaraderie. He gives it to you for free.
He's the I don't know what the fuck that means. So
What?
what you said.
Camaraderie?
His
Like-
OnlyFans. But you're good. Keep going.
Luke, that went over my head. I'm sorry. Luke, like I like playing for Luke because I feel like first he's like there up there with Mike in my opinion with drafting well. He drafts.
He
he's
has
done it
drafted
twice.
very well.
So
Yeah.
I'd be
He's
on
a
a
Pat
team
Riley of
with-
Selly.
Pat Riley of Selly. He'll
Yeah.
like that because he loves the Heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said it.
I like the way he. Whenever I'm watching him, he's very like into the game, which I like. He'll argue with the refs, do protect his team no matter what in that sense. But I'm sure everybody does it. But he does it on another
I'm gonna get
level.
more
Which
ice.
if I was a ref, I'd tech his ass up. But
That's fair.
I'm fun.
You don't?
Also, I
no,
like the way he like kind
You
of
go
lets his
ahead.
players kind of just
You want me to get it
roll
for
and
you?
do his thing, and he knows when he doesn't.
I want you to
He
drink with
can't
me.
play,
I am drinking.
and
Well,
you
mine
know, let
already
his
is watered
team
down.
do his thing. So I like some of the things I like a lot. Luke is, I think that Luke would probably be like if I was going to be on any other team, then it'd probably be Luke's team.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that answer a lot. I like it a lot. All right, down to you.
I'm between a handful of guys because I obviously I like all the captains or they wouldn't be captains. It's a matter for me. I'm between two guys, and I think I would go with Pat.
I was gonna say, I bet you
yeah,
Pat.
he's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
Well,
That was my other pick.
the reason why is Pat's a guy that on dozens of occasions has expressed how much he likes my game, how much he values me as a player on the court, how important he thinks I am to teams, yada yada yada. You want to feel valued on the team.
Yeah.
You want to feel like, oh, this guy will play me. This guy will understand how to use me. They move the ball well. I move the ball well. They look to find the best shots. They look to push the pace. They play a similar style to the Dogs, and that's why it was such a great matchup. They play very smart. So I think if I were to pick a captain, it would probably be Pat. I do love Sauce's game because he's defensive oriented, and I like Eric because he's more of a coach.
Yeah.
And he takes more of that back seat and he lets his guys ride. He plays hard. And I feel like Eric is the best captain at building team morale. Like, you guys became really close last season on the
Hey, I take a
Panthers.
big part in that. I'm sorry.
But and it could be the guys that he drafted to, and it could be credit to you guys. But I feel like you guys had great morale. I feel like even this season, they're close. They have good morale. They're good energy
Yeah,
on that
absolutely.
team for the most part.
Absolutely.
So I like that about Eric's team because it seems like a fun experience.
Yeah.
Win or lose, you guys didn't make the playoffs. You guys are still friends.
We had a lot
You guys
of
are
fun.
still talking. Exactly. And that's what I'm looking for as well. As much as probably most people in the league, you're looking for that camaraderie. You're looking for that friendship. So to me, I would play for any captain and be fine. But if I have to pick,
Pat.
it would be Pat.
I like that. I like
Yeah, a
that.
lot of different answers. I like that.
I love that. That makes me really happy. I'm glad I picked that segment. I might be the goat of picking segments.
Might be.
Maybe.
Final
All right,
play
next
time.
one.
The final play time with Parker.
Final playtime. So, we're going to talk about the Ghost Riders right now.
Fucking dude.
The Ghost Riders are eliminated. Okay?
Okay.
But reverse back towards draft time. You have your two cornerstones in 1v1 and Juan. Now,
So 7th round,
yes.
7th pick, 10th pick.
Yeah. 7th pick, 10th pick. Who was in between there? Do you remember?
It was Yusuf and Chef, excuse me.
Yusuf and Chef. Okay.
But then if you go down the line after
There's
that,
others.
you had Dame, Dom, Tommy, Ryan, Shane, AJ at the time, so Santi, and Dallas. That's like the...
If you were to pick, let's say you're playing NBA 2K, okay?
Mm.
And you pick up the Ghost Riders right at draft night. You have already drafted one of your stars.
That's Joel.
And 1v1.
So you're going
and
second
Juan.
pick.
So you're going, but you can. I'm going to allow you to interchange either or.
But the guy
What
before
change? Oh, you could do guys before
No, you can't go before Joel.
or no,
you
no,
had the
yeah,
7th pick.
Right? Yeah. So
So you can go
you
Yusuf
can't-
or Chef.
Yeah, you could go Yusuf, Chef, or Dame, Dom,
Like anybody
Tommy.
afterwards.
anybody afterwards. Tommy,
Shane,
Shane, AJ.
Ryan, Dallas.
Who would you rather see on that team that may
Have changed the dynamic.
have changed the dynamic, but also changed the fit?
So we're basically swapping Juan out.
Or
can,
Joel.
Or Joel. You can swap Juan or Joel out with the draft board that you had. Because their season's over. They're done.
Yeah.
I think Ghost takes this, he learns what he learns, and moves on to the next season. And I hope
Ghost,
the players do
make
too.
the playoffs, man. I'm rooting for you. You're not in our conference. I'm rooting for you. Fucking make the goddamn playoffs and make a push. I want you to win. I love you. I love your
And
fan
anybody
base.
in the chat, if you want to tune in,
Yes. Who
let
would
us know.
you? Who would you?
What duo would you have on the Ghost Riders?
I would definitely say like a big man.
But you look at there's no big that's
There's
there.
no big in the
there's
second
no
round.
big in the second
And that's why
round.
I was thinking, man, even
Even though Cass put on his edit that he was the
the eighth pick.
Eighth pick. No, that was the 8th pick in the 5th round, so you're the 40th pick. Very different.
So
than
we can
the-
only pick the second round, though.
Yeah.
The second round. We can't
Yeah.
pick anybody below it.
You can pick somebody from below it if you really want to. If you think somebody in the third round or fourth round.
No, that first 6 picks in the second round is first rounders. It's hard to replace.
Man.
I mean, Juan.
Well, I'm just going based off like what the Ghost Riders already have.
They played good
Just
last
switching out
game.
the top two
How
people.
they were.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
tough.
who could fit into last? The question.
And you can't.
kind of.
I'll make it a caveat. You can't switch both of them.
Yeah, I
You
think.
keep one, and move one.
But if they played their best game last week, right, with no Juan, I think then the question is, what piece would have fit in there nicely
In that game.
that wouldn't have disrupted it, that would have added value to it,
Lead guard.
and got them
That's
to
what I'm
win?
thinking. Lead guard.
In that case,
Chef's your best lead guard.
Chef.
but Chef's not there in the second round. And I think 1v1 was dominant in that game last week.
Okay.
So if you're looking at that, I personally would say Tommy.
Lead guard.
As a piece that would push the pace, that would make a smart decision down the end, that hit shots. He's making right
Yep.
decisions constantly. I think it's Tommy. And I understand why Ghost didn't draft him because of the way that he ended the season with Tommy. Tommy had the 50-point game and the loser game that didn't count, didn't pass the ball. I understand why he didn't draft him, but I feel like if you put Tommy in there, I feel like that's a pretty good fit. In
Tommy,
my
1v1.
opinion.
Sometimes you forget that Tommy was a second rounder.
Late in
On
the
how-
second round.
How
Sixth
talented
pick.
he is, man.
6th pick of the second round.
He won't go that late. Again.
Ever,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, he won't go that late again.
No, 5th pick. Excuse me, 5th pick of the second round.
What about another ball dominant guy like Dom?
It'd be Dame. Dame or Dom. I don't think Dom. I think Dom and Juan are relatively interchangeable. I think that the way that Dom has been this season, I love Dom. Play with Dom. I love Juan. But I feel like the way that they've both been inconsistent this season, it's been very similar. The way that Dom's yelled at the refs, the way that Juan let Shot Doc get in his head. I feel like they're
What about Ryan as a lead guy?
not that early in
I
the
think I'd
draft.
probably pick Shane. Because he has that
Yeah.
leader mentality. He'll open up the floor for you. Because they're kind of a bad shooting team in the sense, but
If you want to go now, but you got to think draft night. Ghost doesn't know Shane.
okay.
Well,
so
yeah, I understand that, but like knowing what you know now,
I think I'd
I
go
still
Shane.
don't think. I don't know.
I like it. I like it. 'Cause
I like
it's
Shane,
shooting
too.
and passing,
Yeah.
and you have the IQ.
Yeah.
I
Shane
think
is fucking.
Shane's an ass.
Veteran
Smart
presence.
guy.
Yeah, veteran
Shane's
presence.
an ass.
He's Tony
Helps
Parker.
to be another
man.
coach on the court.
It would leave a lot from 1v1, and then JC, I think he'll still let JC do his thing. So JC still scores probably that
Mm.
24 points if he gets the ball, but Shane's gonna get you at least 15.
Can we talk about why did JC request a trade on draft night?
'Cause you're-
No, not until you tell me who you're replacing on the Ghost Riders. Then we can talk about it.
I said it.
Who?
I mean, I agree with him.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy. You're picking Tommy. too?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I like Dame as well, though.
I like
but
Dame,
I
too.
think I'd pick Shane just because Shane has that veteran.
I like that. I think it addresses a lot of issues they had on their team with ball,
Yeah.
like with spacing, with passing.
But that's if Ghost is okay with letting Shane sometimes take over the team, if that makes sense. Like playing a captain role for a sense, being like, hey, okay, I think we should put this person in. Because he
What
does
about
that.
you? When did Yusuf go? Was Yusuf before?
He was a-
I mean, he's technically a second rounder.
He is
No, he
technically.
wasn't. He was the last pick of the first.
So Chef was the
So
second.
Chef is
Chef
a
is
second
the
rounder.
second
So Chef is
But
a perfect.
Chef went before.
He went.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Yes,
he's
because
saying.
Eric had the last pick, or Zane, excuse me, had the last pick.
Got- Gotcha.
Back.
Yes.
For hypothetical sake, I think Yusuf as a ball dominant kind of point guard.
Ghost doesn't like Yusuf.
scoring. Well, not a lot of people
They won a
like him.
championship together.
Yeah, yeah.
When?
Not a lot of people.
Yusuf in 1v1.
No, I said Ghost.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Ghost had to draft Yusuf in the first round. He went.
Oh, so
he
no
went in the first
Yusuf
round.
at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Ghost would have had to draft Yusuf. He wasn't going to draft Yusuf. He doesn't want to draft Yusuf.
But it's
Chef.
our team, though. Like you said, if we're picking, would you pick those two to be, because since they already have the championship?
But you couldn't. They weren't on the board together.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought you meant like Ghost wouldn't pick him up.
Well, he wouldn't, and he couldn't.
But that's also if you're keeping 1v1, but then or losing 1v1 but keeping Quan.
I guess if you're losing 1v1, you could have picked Dame, and you could have built the team completely different. But I think on paper, he put together a damn good team.
He
It
did.
just didn't work out.
They really have a talented
It's a
team.
Yeah, it's
I-
definitely the strongest, worst team in the league ever.
Yeah.
Not even
Bandits?
close.
No.
Bandits aren't a bad team. Let's
No,
just
Ghost
be-
Riders. All right, can we talk about Ghost Riders, Bandits?
Oh, a hypothetical?
We'll get into that.
Yes. We'll
All right,
push on that.
I guess go ahead. Quickly discuss so we can. We're at an hour 24.
What's the starting five from the Bandits?
The Bandits was...
It was
what was
Montel, Marcus,
Dame.
Dame, Dean, and Pat Klein, I
Yeah,
believe,
yeah,
or
yeah.
Noah.
Noah Dean off the bench.
Just knowing that the Ghost Riders, I think they'll win that.
I think Ghost Riders win that for sure.
I don't know, man. Dane was dominant. Marcus is a Division One college.
FAMU.
College.
I ran into Marcus. Marcus is a fucking
Montel,
hooper.
you know Montel,
Yeah.
freak. I mean, listen, they should have won.
I watched some of their games from that season.
They almost beat us season 4. They gave us a hard time.
I remember.
They gave us a hard time. They're a good team. They just could not get a
I had,
W.
to, I had to set them right. I had to fuck them up. I don't think I scored that game.
All right, let's get into next week's matchup so we can close up this podcast.
No, I did. I scored on Bird.
Parker,
Fuck you, Big Bird.
Parker, great segments. I love those.
I love you.
Great questions.
I know.
Thank you, chat, for interacting, for giving your answers. We appreciate you guys for being in here, tuning in, hanging out with us on this Wednesday evening. Shout out for the girlfriend sitting in the living room as well. Week 7, Game 1. Huge game here for the Panthers. Panthers win. They secure a playoff spot for the first time in Panther history. For the first time in Purple history. They're going to be, well, I guess the Reapers, they made it over the Gators. All right. First time in Panther history. First time in Eric's short captain career. He can make a playoff run if
If he wins.
he wins. That's all he's got to do is win.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Mambas.
Fuck.
That's a tough. It's a tough game.
That's a very
Berg,
difficult game.
former Panther. Who do you got?
I'm going Panthers, man.
Panthers. Panther pride. All right.
What was that?
Is it
I
for
don't
sure
know.
that the Panthers
What'd you
have
do?
everyone?
I don't know what you guys do in the huddle.
Here, have another sip.
Panther pride, baby. Rawr. That's the fucking logo.
Rawr.
Do the
All right,
Panthers have their
Dallas.
full team?
I'm going to assume both teams have their full team.
Let's
Haven't
say
heard
for
otherwise.
shits and giggles, they both have their full team.
That's tough because the Mambas have so much.
Well, and Q makes a miraculous return.
Oh, yeah. This
They
comes in
have
with
so
somebody
much
else's knee.
IQ. That's hard.
Potato leg.
I don't think the Panthers, other than the Dogs, but they didn't get to go against the Dogs. That their full, team have played against a team that's a very well. They played the Makos with their full team. They're a very run and gun team, and this team is that. They're super run and gun. Plus, they have the IQ. On the Panthers, you've got guys who sometimes force shots. You've got a lot of turnovers, and you've got young guys who might make mistakes at the end of the game. So it's hard. But I have to go with the Panthers because, former Panther. I think that if...
Even after Eric cut you from the start bench and cut, the infamous, and after he didn't draft you, after talking weeks and weeks
You
together.
don't watch the podcast.
Oh, he doesn't watch the podcast.
Start bench cut.
What fuck? What?
Okay, so
It was him, Juan, and Dame. Start bench cut.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
Don't answer.
answer it.
They set me up for failure in that one.
No, I benched Dallas.
No, I'd probably bench you, and then I'd start Dame.
Cut Juan.
I'd have to cut one.
All right, Park. Who do you got? Panthers or Mambas?
Mambas. I think they're gonna come out. They're
Mamba
gonna
Italiana.
rectify what the fuck they did last weekend and get a dub. I think they're gonna shut the door on the Panthers' dreams. The only thing a Mamba likes more than slithering is licking the tears off of a Panther.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to playoffs when we do walkouts and intros because they don't have a choice. They're doing Mambo Italiana. And I'm just going to say Mamba's Italiana.
What about
And that's it.
Mamba number 5?
That's a good one, too.
That's even better.
One,
All right, well, hopefully they
two,
play 2 games then.
4, 5.
Hopefully they get 2.
Mamba.
All right. Man, Mambas or Panthers? I want the Panthers to win. I do.
Me too.
But it makes it more interesting if they lose because then our game matters.
We'll see.
I'm rooting for Eric.
Listen,
Matt's
if the
already in
Panthers win,
playoffs.
I get more minutes.
You're getting minutes regardless. I don't give a fuck. I don't care which of the 2 make it at all. I don't.
Can I tell you?
You're going to get
the
3
Dogs
minutes,
are gonna-
maybe 4. This
Four.
game
The
regardless.
Dogs are going to go 4v5 voluntarily. And it's going to be you. It's going to be
Chan.
Jay Nola. And who's your...
I requested
Me,
it.
I'm not sitting out. That's it. I'm playing
it.
40 minutes.
And Nick.
Fuck it, we'll get NSYNC on the starting 5. All the white boys on the team. We can do
If you
that.
see color, I guess.
Well, that's just hurtful. All right. I got Panthers. That's 3 for the Panthers. Game 2, we're moving on over to the Orange Conference. We've got the Ghost Riders versus the Gorillas. Apparently, no Chef. Don't know about Lay. What do you guys got in that matchup? Andre, we'll start with you this time.
Okay.
Maybe no Mike Mitchell for the
What about
Riders. I don't know.
Oh, no Mike Mitchell? Riders win.
That's crazy. Like,
I'm kidding, Mike. I love you.
I don't fucking know. At this point, I don't know who's gonna show up for the Ghost Riders this week. I doubt anybody's gonna show up for them.
Why would you not? Why would you want a goose egg? Why would you want to be compared to the Bandits? Why wouldn't you come out and get a fucking dub?
I don't know.
I would want to win. If I'm a Rider, I would want to win.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for the Riders.
I think on paper now, Ghost Riders have a better team, momentum wise. Maybe Lay changes that for the Gorillas, but I'm going Ghost Riders for this game.
Park?
I think the Ghost Riders are riding the high of their very close loss. I think they come out swinging. I don't think they want to go 0-8. They don't want to be 0-7. They don't want to be the purple Figments. They don't want to be the brown Bandits.
Not
they don't
a
want to
single
be,
one of them were around for the purple team.
I know. They don't want to be the white Ghost Riders. They want a dub, and I want them to get a dub. They need to get a dub for John Kerry for serving our country. Thank you, John.
Thank you for your service.
No, I got Dallas. You obviously have the jersey on.
I mean, yeah. I think
Which
Ghost
team are you
Riders-
picking?
I think that they'll win just based off of. I think the Gorillas are going to underestimate their rebounding just because they have 2 big guys, and in my opinion, Ghost Riders are one of the better rebounding teams. I think the Ghost Riders are going to win because Lay is not around enough for the Gorillas to have any chemistry with them. He's gonna try stuff that their team is not ready for, and I think that if the Ghost Riders, with or without one, they play phenomenal without one. They play good with one. I think that they'll win because they have the better chemistry, in my opinion. The Gorillas have just been changed around too much, and they're on a losing streak after losing their first rounder. So
Somebody said, "Oh, Jacobs, Jay Nola for least improved player." He said it about himself. That was nuts. I was like, "Who the fuck said that?"
I'm gonna go Riders as well. I
All
think
right.
that they have a good team. We got a clean sweep. Ghost Riders. Ghost Riders taking home the dub.
Gorillas, make us eat our words.
No, Ghost Riders, win a goddamn game. Everybody show the fuck up and let's play goddamn
Mike Mitchell
basketball.
says, "We showing up, dweebs."
All right, show up, win a game, have some pride for the Ghost Rider brand, so you guys can get a goddamn dub. Game
If
3,
it's a one-possession game, though,
give the ball to Mike.
don't heave a half-court shot, Mike.
No, it was the 3/4 court.
Sorry, three-quarter court shot, Mike.
All right, we're going into the co-headliner for this day, the classic, A Tale as Old as Time,
Blue Road.
something like Noah's Ark, as Brandon Ash once said. I don't even know what he was talking about in that
The
reference.
Bible.
Yeah, it's something about the
Good
Bible.
versus evil.
We've got a game that only matters for one of these teams if the Panthers lose. We've got the Dogs 5-1 going against the Reapers 2-4. Chan versus Ethan. What a matchup. David and Goliath.
I
Chan
love that.
versus Ethan.
Shout out Ethan's family. Shout out Chan's beard.
Got and Chan's hair.
Chan's hair is fucking.
Chan
luscious.
gets to start. Jay Nola gets to start. Jay Nola said he's shooting the first one-footed bing bong in league history, and he's going to hit it. And I told him if he misses, he's getting subbed out, and I'm coming in, and I'm shooting a one-legged bing bong.
Well,
She's
if
starting?
Jay
I'm not starting.
You're not gonna
Wait, who's this?
No.
if Jay
I already told you guys the starting lineup
Hey,
multiple
don't leak that
times.
information. Don't leak that information.
They can know it. Who cares?
Name it. Let's hear it.
It's Chan, Jay Nola, Dom, Dalla, and Nick.
Fair.
Okay.
That's our starting 5. And then off the bench at 13 or so, we're going to do a hard sweep. And me, you, Dallas, and Santi are going to come in
Oh, I like
for
that.
everybody except for Dom.
I like that.
They got 7-8 minutes, and then we'll all hop in. And then we'll have some fun. We'll play some dog ball.
I feel like this game does matter.
Take
The
notes.
Dogs.
I think so
it
too.
definitely does, but I want to get everybody some burn. I felt terrible I didn't get you guys minutes last week, so like this is an opportunity. They have not as strong of role players. Let's get our guys in. Let's get them minutes and get them ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Berg, if you don't ball out, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Also, Jay Nola,
Don't force-
If
let's
you
play
don't make
smart.
a fucking
I never
LA
force.
Fitness
No,
fucking hoop mixtape
Yeah.
out there, I'm gonna fucking kill you too.
Barg, I have a question.
Yes.
If we win and the Makos lose, do you put us at 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Next.
All right, we got to
That's why
win.
it's important for us.
It is important.
Because you care about Parker's opinion that much?
No,
Yeah. I do
I
shit.
want to beat them, bro. I
As
want to
everyone should.
Alright.
I'm a big fucking deal.
There's one person whose opinion matters in this room because unless any of us are named Kyson Anderson, we're all picking the dogs. Parker, who do you have? Dogs or Reaps?
I'm taking dogs.
Okay.
I think even with your strategy that you just told everybody in the league, I think you guys have shown the resilience to battle through very difficult games shown last week. I think you guys are riding the high and clicking, and you have only dropped one game. And I would bet on the dogs more than the Reaps.
It is lagging.
Blue v red.
Why is it lagging?
I don't know.
This one's not lagging. The other two are lagging.
Cameras?
Did they die?
The cameras.
You're both reaching. I'm seeing both of you reach. I think we're fine. They're lagging. No, they're probably not trolling. It's the Wi-Fi. But we got one more game. We clean sweep for the dogs. Last game, Eric has a graphic, but the Twins wanted me to use this graphic instead. And I love the Twins,
Let's
so
see
shout
both
out
of those
them.
graphics.
I saw that graphic earlier.
Battle of the Twins. Shout out Nacho. Shout out Nalissa. Shout out Sway for making this graphic.
Shout out, they're back to school.
It looks like a club promotion.
This is pretty much it. I saw Nacho's Facebook status saying everybody that went to Celebration pull up to Celly Nation on Sunday.
Oh fuck
Come
yeah,
out.
dude! Let's
They
get
wanna
some
make this an
Celebration
event.
alums.
Game of the year.
I really think this is going to be a great game. This is Eric's graphic here. Familia leading the way in rebounds per game and assists per game, but points per game is a heavy favorite for the Makos. Man, this is going to be a fun game. This is really going to be a fun game. Obviously, Battle of the Twins, always a fun time. They've only gone head-to-head one time, and Nacho has the W. In our only loss of Season 4, Makos over the Dogs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Season 2, Nacho played, Sway didn't. Season 3, Sway played, Nacho didn't. Season 4, they both played. Season 5, Sway MVP, Nacho did not play. Season 6, they're both in here. Both the top two teams in the Orange Conference. Nacho, much less of a role on this team. Sway, kind of taking the back seat last week. The rest of the season definitely had a huge role in this team's success. Who do you have, Dallas, winning this game?
Yo!
This is gonna be such a fun game.
Yeah, I'm
It's gonna
really
be
excited
great.
for this one.
Yeah, when I saw this on the schedule, I was like, yeah, this
Game of the year.
I want to commentate it.
It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Sorry, I'm kind of slow. So this is the first time they're playing each other in Celly.
No, this is second, and Nacho
Okay.
won the first.
Okay.
In season 4,
Gotcha.
44-41 Makos.
I feel like
Okay.
I think that Familia will win just because that they'll probably be the strongest team that the Makos have played in a while, other than the Ghost Riders crazy game they had. And I think that the Familia has the pieces to beat the Makos. They have really high IQ guys, and the Makos are just kind of killing everybody with the leak out offense. So with that full court press that Tone will have as well, if he implements that, we're going to see if people can handle that. But I think Familia will win this game. I think that will be the first Makos, the first L.
Wow.
Park, what you got?
Wow. Okay. So again, Titans in their own conference, two best teams in the conference, coming off of statement wins last week. Mako's undefeated. La Familia have taken their hits, but have retooled through trades, acquiring Kyle, Pat, and Yusuf from the same exact team, which is so funny. The Gorillas and La Familia just swapped half their roster.
La Gorillas.
La Gorillas.
La Gorillas.
And Gagamelia.
Gagamelia.
You know, like gay La Familia.
Gagaphilia.
Gagamelia. And the Gogs. And the Geckos.
And the Gorillas.
And the Gambas. And the Geepers. And the Canthers. And the Ghost Riders.
Ghost Guiders.
Those Guiders. And the Dick Riders. And the Gorillas. No, on a serious note, I think right now, if they play, I would favor the Makos. I think they're playing a little bit better as a team. I think their role guys are playing very well. I think this is going to be a very close game. But I would pick the Makos.
Berg.
Brisky. He's going to have a big game.
What if
Former team, former captain. He's going to mess him up.
What if he shows up and at halftime he pulls out his old Makos jersey and he starts playing for the
But
Makos?
it
at
wouldn't
halftime?
match, and that's the issue because it was gray.
Okay.
Mm.
If he
What
went
if
season
he
4 and
spray
5,
painted it?
then
What
it
if
would-
he spray painted it?
I don't think he knows how.
He doesn't know how to spray paint.
You're going,
Nah.
you're going familiar.
So, it's going to be a good-ass game,
No,
but
he's just going
I'm rooting
he's
for
just
La
gonna switch
Familia.
whatever team's winning at halftime.
Oh, man. I don't know. I think Sway, he's playing his brother. We all saw what happened last season. I don't want to bring it up, but I'm bringing it up
You already have twice now.
twice.
It's nothing to do with basketball.
I think he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He wants to beat his brother, and Brisky playing his former team. They're both gonna have big games, and let's be real. La Familia has a deep team as well. They match up offensively, minus Tommy maybe, but they have weapons.
Clipped.
They have weapons.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of like a who on each team other than the Twins are going to win this game for the
Yep.
team.
That's fair.
You got Chief in there. You got Pat. Pat can have a big game as well, hopefully.
But Fritz had 24 last game.
Fritz is like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, we keep on
Fritz
Fritz.
is
Yeah,
fucking balling,
Fritz.
and you have fucking Tommy
Yeah,
on the Makos
as a
side.
third option.
And Anderson.
They're moving the ball well.
And Fonzo. Fonzo's had a great fucking season, too.
Everybody
on the
has.
team.
Yeah.
Everybody on the team has played their role.
Game of the play of the year with Gene Lopez on. Sorry, Dean, but fucking Harlem Globetrotter, fucking
On
dribble
Cheddar-
move,
right
step
on
back.
Cheddar Goblin.
Oh man, that
It
poor
was either
Cheddar
going to be
Goblin.
brick of the day or sweet finish. There's nothing in between.
It was both.
That's crazy.
Both.
Both of these.
This is really hard to pick.
This is like, remember the Reapers La Familia last season in the conference finals?
What?
Remember that?
No, they didn't play it. They're in
They're
the
in
different
different
conferences.
Oh,
Reaper's Dogs.
no.
Reapers
This is whenever
Goblins.
The Reapers were, you talking about when Reapers were up and then Little Familia.
It was like one of the last games of the season.
I remember it
In the
was
regular
like
season.
Reapers La Familia or something. They played each other when they made all the trades and stuff. Or am I just making this up?
You're
It's
making that up because
it's
the
like a
last
wet dream.
the last 3 weeks of the season is when Phil was on the Reapers, I
Right.
believe, and that was all conference games. So they played
Or
Panthers,
Makos, was it
Goblins,
Makos?
Goblins, Dogs. Yeah.
It was Makos and who else? Makos La Familia? I can't remember. Oh, fuck it, whatever. I don't know where I was going with that. Next question.
It's hard to pick. It's really hard to pick. There's two sides of the coin. I want the Magos to lose, but I also want to be the team to beat them. So
So selfishly.
selfish. I'm going simply off of me. I'm not going off of anything outside of that. I'm 0-4 to Luke.
Really?
Only person.
That's nuts.
Only where I'm 0-4. Have not
Fastest
won a
couch
game.
alive.
He's just too fast for me.
He's
No,
way
but-
too fast. You should have seen him play dodgeball 2 years ago.
0-4. I would love to end the win streak, but I do think Familia has the team to beat them.
Mhm.
The way that they're looking compared to now, it's hard to say because Familia played the worst team in the league by far in the Gorillas, with no Chef and Lay. The caveat to that, but that's the worst team. If you don't have your two best players, they look fucking horrendous. So they looked great, but they also have 2 losses 2 games ago.
Yeah.
So, what version of Familia are we getting? Are we going to get use of hitting shots or use of the head case? Are we going to get Sway take over or Sway hitting shots when he needs to and moving the ball to his shooters? Makos are consistent. They've been consistent the whole season. They're going to score. They're going to push the pace. They're going to get steals. They're going to play smart, especially towards the end of the game. I would have to say Makos are going to win, just based off of what everything is said. I'm rooting for Familia. If I ref the game, I'm not going to be biased because I was rooting for the Ghost Riders last week. But I'm rooting for Familia, but I think the Makos are going to win. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
a hell of a
I
game.
agree.
Ghost Riders
Yeah.
just exploited them though. So if you go back and watch that game and you know how physical the Ghost Riders got with them, the Makos, and not a lot of teams have gotten that physical with them.
And they've cut off the fast break.
Exactly.
Transition.
So if Familia's smart, they
Cherry
watch that.
pick. You want me to change the fruit?
clipped.
Strawberry pick. You're picking some kind of fruit. You're running down the court.
What did Tommy say? He said something similar. He said something different.
Yeah, he said something about like blueberry. Blueberry picks.
No, it started with a C.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, close.
Regardless.
Fuck.
Or something fruity. Something fruity. Regardless.
Oh fuck.
Oh, cherry pick. My fault. No, regardless.
Parker.
I think that Makos win this
shit.
game. I think Familia gives them a really good fight, and I think this is definitely probably the most exciting game of the week. One of the most exciting games of the season. I wish that the Ghost Riders would have won last week because it would have made this week actually matter. It's a shame that this game means absolutely nothing. That's all I'm saying.
It means a lot to me.
Well, it means that they get a win.
It answers my question on who's the better
Yeah, but
brother.
not them. I'm talking about this game.
Oh,
This
I
game
thought
means
you were
nothing.
Ghost Riders.
Makos obviously want to win and keep momentum, yada yada yada, but they have the 1 seed.
And then they'll stay in
And
the 2
Familia have the
seed,
2 seed regardless. And it doesn't matter 2 or 3 seed in our conference. So, I don't know.
It's just I feel like at this point anybody who plays the Makos is just who's going to give them the first L at this point. So
Yeah, which is a resume builder. It's something to help, something to, put your hat to.
Put it on your LinkedIn.
Y'all, for sure. I would hire somebody. Beat
Yeah,
the Makos.
beat the Makos.
we're
Week
going to see
7.
them again, right? Because I don't see the Gorillas.
Shout out Tommy.
One of the 2.
He's
One
in the
of the 2.
chat finally.
Shout out Tommy. What
Shiesty
did
Tommy.
he say? God damn, there's too much in here. Berg.
Fucking love that guy.
Instigating the chat.
All right, guys. We will see you guys next. Oh, if the chat wants us to talk about anything else,
Any
let us know.
topics that we need to talk about.
We're at an hour 46. It's way too long
No,
in this.
I have to work tomorrow at 8
Yeah.
o'clock. We're done.
Let's extend this another. No, I'm kidding.
10:40. We're calling it wraps. Shout out everybody that's in the chat. Shout
Love
out
you.
everybody at home. We love you guys. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Love you guys.
I believe.